meantime, seem to agree to hunt down to continue your quest to hunt down Fletcher Camden and try to recover the Captain Blackhoof's old ship.
Real quick question. What should I mark his communication device in my inventory as?
I imagine it as a little, serpentine Asian-style dragon, coiled up.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you activate it, it kind of, comes to life and curls around your ear like a headset.
Okay. So I'm just going to say...
Cool.
Communicator. Okay. And I also believe that we took away Dairo's message sending privileges.
Yeah.
And
the sending fish is now under lock and key. If only you guys didn't have a key that could open anything.
Yes. Oh, and I'll also mark off my ring of the mimic because I no longer have that.
And I currently have the key.
Okay, you currently have the key.
Well, I was just the last one to use it, but also
You do currently have the key.
Perlin, why don't you take the sending fish, since Dairo cannot be trusted.
Understandable.
I feel like it's kind of like putting a fence around your backyard, even if it's only a few feet high. It tells people, yeah, if you actually climb over this or actually try to steal the fish back, it's going to be a pretty big breach of trust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whereas if we left it with him, then he could be like, oh, well, I thought that this warranted it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Be a lot more sneaky for him to do anything with it now, even if it's not the most secure. So I feel pretty good about that.
Okay.
I think he knows he'd pretty much be exiled from the group if he stole it from us.
Again.
Yeah. You could tell Dairo feels pretty bad about it.
I was expecting that to be the end of Dairo, honestly.
To be completely honest, if he had the chance, he probably would have gone.
He did have the chance.
Well, the thing is, he knew that it was a lie. If he went with them to find that gem and that wasn't there, it'd be like, oh shit, well, they fucking lied. So you're gonna die now or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I did have plans for if he broke off.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys are having a conversation deciding on what your next move is. You guys can take control of that moment.
Well, I believe we should put as much distance between us and the Udrathian ship as possible, at least for the time being. And moving opposite of the direction they'd be headed, I believe we are close to where... Yeah, so we're right near New Zos, and...
I made this specifically so I could take you guys to this screen and you could just, plan out moves.
Yeah.
Oh, I should be able to see everything here.
Yeah, you should be able to see everything here. And I'm just going to put a token and give everybody access to control it.
Okay. So we're currently near New Zos, and we are going 100 and...
Somebody ping us. Found us.
No.
Oh, this is a different map, which is why it looks different.
Did I not
Control us.
how far away he was? Anyway, he's 150 miles down the coast or something like that. I didn't write it down, apparently. No, this sucks.
I actually have that as a note. I remembered that. Hold on. Wrong notes.
20, stop lagging. I will scream.
Let's see. 150 miles down the coast, bunch of spikes, can't miss it.
Right.
I think that's the word for word note, or at least as word for word as I could type.
Yeah. So I believe we should head that way. let's go ahead and recover this ship. We will need it if we are to ever free Captain Blackhoof. Although we don't necessarily have to. Additionally, we will at some point want to deal with that Udrathian ship. Whether that is eliminating them, whether that is... We now have the communication device, and I will hold it up. We could pretend to be that admiral, or another admiral, or we could discredit them and go ahead and get your permissions back, if you so choose, Dyror, although I feel like that is a boon you have not yet earned. Additionally, at some point, I would like to get this curse off of us.
Well, I can assure you that I forget his was it Rocky?
Rocky.
Rocky will come after us. That I can assure.
Well,
once they discover that the gem is not where we said it would be.
That's fine. They can come after us all they want, as long as we control the lines of communication. It shouldn't really matter. We could keep dodging them. We'll be a hard vessel to find.
True, but don't underestimate them.
Well, of course not. They did nearly burn that town to the ground.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? As for talking directly to the Udrathian Emperor, it'd be risky, but it might buy us time.
I feel like
Will
that's
they be able to?
Go ahead.
No, after you.
Well, I was just going to say, it might be something that we keep on our back pocket and not necessarily use right away. Not saying we should do anything about that now, but just remember that's always a possibility.
So wait, what were we wanting to say to the Emperor?
Well, currently the deal stands that Dyrol gets his removed from exile when the gem is returned to the Empire.
Right.
We don't necessarily want that to happen. Maybe we give the gem to Dyrol after our foray into the underbelly of the temple. For Bungus's assistance, but we don't necessarily have to ever give the gem to them. We might be able to strike up some other sort of deal with the Emperor, or claim the gem was lost with Rahi after we sink him below the waves, or any number of things. I'm sure we could come up with something convincing.
What if we told the Emperor that he's being double-crossed and the guy who doesn't have his communicator is planning to keep the gem for himself, and that's why he's not responding to messages?
That's a great idea. It will be hard to explain why we are using his communicator, but we could just pretend to be someone else. I'm sure Dyror could think of some sort of other official we could impersonate, or maybe we come off as a waylaid first mate or something of Raghi. I'm sure we can come up with something. I just don't think we need to do it immediately.
Yeah, definitely not, but I can tell you I would definitely like to pursue that at some point.
Okay, yeah. And then if he gets back and he's like, oh, they lied, the gem wasn't there, the Emperor's going to be like, yeah, I know what you're up to. You found the gem, didn't you? And he'd be like, no, it wasn't there.
I believe...
If we can get the Emperor to believe us.
Exquisitely sleazy, Perlin.
That is a great idea. I also believe that Rocky would not go back to the Emperor empty-handed. If he's not able to communicate with him and reveal our lie, I believe he would attempt to seek us out for himself. And in that case, we have as much time as we need.
Fair.
The most likely case. Dragonborn like him have very big egos. He's definitely wanting to get some vengeance.
I could tell. So, let's go retrieve this ship, rearm ourselves, a little payback.
I agree. Blackguard
Yeah, that's
remains
good.
unavenged.
So, what's your plan of attack for like retrieving the ship? Like, how are you planning on making that happen?
So we don't know what this situation looks like when we're going in. We know
Right.
he's staying with the Knowles. I assume we're having this conversation like as we're going. We're
Yeah.
not just like parked somewhere. This is over a couple of days or whatever, however long it's going to take us to get there.
Okay.
Um,
Well, while you guys are having the conversation, I'll actually move you over to the travel map, which I'm sure is broken for half of you, but whatever. And you guys can all roll your checks too. Dyro's gonna be right back, but so you're down on cruise. So you're going to be moving one space slower. It's probably going to take you about 3 or 4 days to get there.
are we really down on crew? Because
You're down on a Blackguard. I guess you're only.
Well, I
down
was thinking,
on-
wasn't Blackguard like cooking and stuff?
Yeah, he was.
Which,
okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like either way that hits morale if
Okay, good
one,
point.
Blackguard's
Okay.
dead, two, the food tastes like shit.
Well,
You guys-
like, so you're down one hand, and you were like, I guess the ship isn't very big, and it doesn't require a whole lot of hands, but
The extra hands.
and I'm slowing you down by one space, so you move 3 spaces instead of 4 spaces a day. I don't think that's that.
No, you're fine. I agree.
The
I'm
17
sorry,
on my side.
Damien. Damien, do you have something to say about my wet millet that we're having for dinner tonight?
Oh, you
It
could.
is more wet than it is millet.
I just saw Blackguard put water on it, and that's
On
how I
the
like it.
recipe is all I will say.
Someone has to cook, and I don't trust these guys to go in the storeroom.
Valid.
Who do you mean? Who do you mean by these guys?
Right?
What do you mean by these guys?
Are you talking about who's gonna cook?
Mhm.
Yes, I volunteered, but Damien's already shit talking my number one recipe, wet millet.
Oh. Maybe
Shit
Damon's got a
talking
point this
the
time.
wet millet. I'm only shit talking the lack of millet.
2, 3. All right. Can I get a strength check?
Could I get an extra serving of the millet dry?
You know, some members of the crew have praised the wet flavor,
Oh God.
but they requested to remain anonymous.
Did you say a strength check?
You just see Olzat like struggling, keep trying to pick up a spoon with the wrong hand, and he's like, "Fuck."
No, poor Olzot.
Feed all that.
Well,
Or at
he
least
still has a
halfway.
left hand. He's just like
Just
he
using the wrong
instinctively
hand.
reaches for like his silverware with the right hand, and then he's like, "Oh, right."
Damn, that sucks.
Start feeding him like an airplane.
I assume he's got like a double hook on his hand at this point, and he just kind of like swipes at you with it.
Ozat, with this Perlin's famous wet millet, you might be better off using a straw.
Olzat is much quieter today than you.
So
And I
we
feel
don't.
for him, but he was a dumbass.
He seems to be incredibly guilt-ridden. He seemed like, in fact, two members of the crew seem incredibly guilt-ridden.
Yeah.
It's okay, also lots of people betray their friends.
Pretty common around here.
I mean, we are.
Maybe that's part of the curse.
The curse made me do it. Don't blame me.
Right. So. Next day of checks. I'm gonna say the nature check was sufficient.
12.
12.
Natural 20.
Strength check.
Oh,
Perlin, did you take off?
So I was going to ask you how much for each day.
Yeah, 109 degrees. So,
One food and 2 water each day.
one food and 2 water.
Out.
Guys, we don't have a ton.
Well, we
Use
resupplied
it all that millet.
Oh wait, we did.
at New Zos.
Oh, yeah,
you
you-
said they got.
Yeah, 3 of your crew would have resupplied a bit. So,
What should I add?
Yeah,
that's a great question. Let me look at the character sheet real quick.
because I think also we already.
Probably like 15 of each, food and water.
Okay, that helps quite a bit.
Yeah, because I think we'd already spent the money. Because I feel like I remember taking it out of the ship's inventory, or at least talking about it. I don't know if we ever did.
I know we talked about it, so that's why I'm being generous about it. So, like, specifically, the reason there were 3 people, the 3 other humans on the ship, is because they were resupplying.
Right.
And presumably they were super pissed that first night when they were like, they just fucking abandoned us to, like, make us reload all this shit. Alright. Did I get my next day of checks? Nat 20.
Has it been 1 or 2 days?
Oh, I need to do a.
2, 3. Alright. So that's day 2 of travel.
I'm just going to assume 2 water per day unless you tell me otherwise.
94, 1 water today.
Oh, fun.
it's okay, Bungus. I'll take over your duties for now.
I don't know about you guys, but it was like 94, 95 today here. But the
It was
heat,
hot.
The,
It was
It was like
fucking hot.
100.
The-
Oh my god, it was so fucking hard.
the heat index was 106.
Oh,
Humidity.
We only hit we only hit heat index 100.
Well,
I walked
yeah.
out for lunch today, and Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I just like took the recycling out, and I was like dripping sweat. Anyway.
Yeah,
You
I
said
have to mow the lawn,
Ooh,
and I
Oh,
don't want to.
Oh no.
third
Alright.
day's checks.
Yep. Third day's checks. 1,
15.
2. That athletics check isn't great. So 3. Roughly the right direction. 96 degrees. So
Is the cutoff 100?
I think I said 90 last time, but let's say 100. 100 feels more right because my weather generator really likes making it hot.
Yeah. Okay.
Really likes going above 100. All right. And 1 more day's checks. So that was day 3. This is day 4. I'm probably wrong.
No, you're right. Day 4.
Because this would be the 4th check.
Right. It is the 11th of Sumia.
That's the 1st of summer, or the 1st of summer, like our equivalent of July.
Our equivalent of June.
I thought it was 3. Well, probably yeah, because it's split into 28 days too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like summer's more than 3 months, depending on where you live, you know.
Yeah, like it's clearly not this clean in the real world, but I just like cut it off as cleanly as I could.
Yeah,
you
of
know,
course, of course.
to make things easy on the Quentin. Right. Right. So on this day, you start to see a small like today, what was your perception check? You see a like small canoe in the distance, Damien, through your periscope, and you see it's carrying like a big chunk of some kind of raw material. It's going a bit too far off. You can't really tell where it's going, but by the end of the day, you finally get a look at its destination. It's this spiky area. It's like you see spikes coming like off of the coastline. Seem to be placed there, maybe carved out of large bones. And you pull out your periscope. You start looking a little bit more, and you can start seeing little settlements and people and things moving around on the settlement. You can hear like
Damien consider them to be people.
Damien may not. You hear a bit of cackling. You do see a human, at least one or two. You actually see a lot of different races initially on the like through the periscope, and you see a very large ship docked about a kilometer away from you. Do I have to say that in like American terms?
No, the word you're looking for is spyglass.
Did I say periscope?
You keep saying periscope. It's
We're
cracking
in a
me up.
submarine now.
Submarine, right?
Dive! No,
My bad.
No,
Yeah. That completely valid. My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. It's just I was laughing and I like couldn't. I honestly like was missing things you were saying.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Um,
So we have a general sort of idea of what the layout of this looks like, but it does look like there's other races.
you can only see a couple of buildings, and you see other races on the shore, but
Does it look fortified?
definitely a lot more.
Like
What?
are there like walls and towers or?
There wouldn't be any walls or towers. It would be kind of like a bit more simplistic, kind of just wooden structures, maybe like leather wall, like siding around them, almost like
Okay.
tents, with very few of the buildings being like wooden construction.
Okay. Do you?
The other races you see would be very minimal. You might see a couple of goblins. You see like there's one like human in particular that Damien might catch Damien's eye. Seems to be kind of a burly lad with sailor's tattoos and has a left earring.
I think you mistake the sort of man that Damien finds attractive.
There's another one that's an elf, kind of thin and. Take your pick.
It's more Damien's speed on the slider, though.
Damien wants a femboy. Damien can have the elf.
Volcano Los
I
Dos.
prefer a man with an otter build. Femboy is disingenuous.
My God.
An otter, it's where you're really nervous, but you generate all the power. And you go really fast.
I would like to ask, sort of in general, in the crew. I don't think I would be familiar, just because of being from the old world. But what people know about the Knoll settlements? Does anyone know? Like, should we expect them to? I mean, obviously, we can see a couple other races. Would they be expected to be trading? Are we, could we stop at this port without being aggressors, I guess? Or should we plan to an attack?
Anyone who feels like their character might know something about gnolls can roll a history check.
I've traveled a lot. I may know something.
Nope.
Well, Dyror has never
Nope.
been to, what is this continent called? Dalgoth?
No land?
No, the continent, like, so the
Oh.
continent you're from is Vandalia. I cannot remember the other name is. It's on my best map that you guys are never even going to see.
I may have learned about it in school. I'll try.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean you're a learned person.
I think
It's
it's
true. I almost rolled a Billy Irish.
Billy Irish. Yeah, Dalgoth. Dalgoth is the name of the continent that you guys are currently on. It's where the Beastmen are from, and it seems like the only one who's at all learned on it is Perlin. Perlin, from your reading, you would know that gnolls have a matriarchal structure. Generally, female gnolls are much bigger and more burly than the male gnolls.
So like actual hyenas.
Yeah, exactly.
Do female gnolls have a clitoris that's very large? This is just something I've heard.
What?
It's called a sheenus, and if I'm not mistaken, the scientific term.
Pseudopenis. But yes.
Avoiding that question, but so yes. You would also know that gnolls, at least from your old world learnings, are considered to be incredibly primitive and superstitious. They are a close relative of the Tabaxi. Like they were thought to be the same people at one point, but upon further examination and dissection, it was learned that they were separate, and that clearly the gnolls are different because the ones that they thought were the males were actually the females.
Interesting, Perlin.
And you would basically just know that culturally they're considered primitive by the old world. More primitive than most of the other races.
But not necessarily antagonistic towards.
No.
Okay.
They're aggressive, but they're not. They're aggressive and a bit territorial, but they're not
xenophobic.
Xenophobic, yeah.
Well, I believe that we might be able to just play this off as a direct conflict on Camden and his crew rather than having to take on an entire town. We might just simply be able to land, make some inquiries, and jump the crew when needed.
I would like to... Do you remember everything about your conversation with the guy at the bar 2 sessions ago? What he said about Camden.
That he was held in some sort of regard with the town. That he was basically they tolerated him and they put him up and stuff, but that's all I remember.
The guy explicitly said that Camden said he convinced the town he was a god or something.
Well, we might need to dissuade them of that notion.
Other hand, well, no, I think that works. Because we are going to need... If we go...
No, you go first. I'm just holding...
we're going to need a crew on his ship, presumably. And presumably we don't have enough people as is. So we will probably need the gnolls for a little bit.
We might. That's a definite possibility. We might be able to recruit other... I mean, we did see other races along with. So maybe not just the gnolls. There are other people here as well. Maybe even some of the old crew of that ship would be willing to turn on their devious master, as you will.
I mean, I'd be willing to turn on my master if I were forced to live amongst gnolls.
Couldn't come up with anything.
How very politically correct of you.
I consider it to be growth.
I did want to ask, what flag are you guys flying?
I was actually about to ask if anyone knew.
Yeah.
We didn't change it to. Oh wait, white flag still, isn't it?
We weren't flying. Yeah, I guess we flew a white flag to the Udrothians, but I would have just assumed that we would be flying no flag at this point.
Okay.
Just a simple, unaligned merchant.
Okay. So do you guys try to? There is a bit of a dock. You would probably be able to get your ship on it, but you could also try to dock out at sea and take a longboat in. One might be a safer option than the other.
We worried about being overrun by the local populace. We might be more. We might be more protected just taking a smaller boat in. Excuse me. Jeez. We could also park a little ways down, if you will, and hike our way back towards the settlement. Claim we were shipwrecked. That way there's no need for them to go looking for our other vessel, and no reason why they would get involved. I just don't want to provide these people an opportunity to relieve us of our only means of transport if we do not have a chance to secure the other vessel. Do we know the name of the other ship?
I have left it blank.
Got it. The Swift Tailor.
Left it blank. Certainly a fine ship. But I agree with your point that we need to make sure our ship stays safe, despite the fact that we don't want them to steal it, but it's also more than likely being pursued by a...
Wait, I do have a name for it. It's the name Chelsea came up with after I told her the Billy Irish. She wanted me to name a ship the Sailor Swift.
That's right. I feel like I remembered you saying that.
I do remember Sailor Swift at some point.
Can we have a Cardi C?
I think
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Cardi C. Let's go.
I believe an abundance of caution is due in this regard. Let's head a little ways down the coast, and we'll make our way back up via foot.
All right. You spend one more day sailing a bit. Are you sailing like back towards the coast or like around? So like you'd be going through the town.
Like I feel like, well, I mean, up to crew's discretion, but I feel like we would sail past as if like we weren't planning on stopping. We were just sort of going by, and then as things happened, oh, we got caught in a storm, or there was a mutiny or whatever, and we can play it off that way. So I figure if we go around,
We stole our captain?
Okay. I'm gonna make you roll another day's checks because I guess you're sailing down the coastline. It's probably not gonna be too difficult anyway. But that is going to be another 1 food, 2 water.
What was the air temp?
The air temp, I didn't check, but I was just being ungenerous. A 114.
114?
Yeah.
What is this
All right,
hellscape?
You boys need to stay hydrated today. I'll make the millet extra.
The Nolan is kind of a savanna. So
Are you sure it's not a desert?
the desert's further north, actually.
is it a dry
the
heat?
desert actually gets colder than the savannah. The savannah stays pretty hot.
And humid, right?
Mhm.
Are there flies in our eyes?
The heat index like 138.
I assumed he was telling us what the heat index was. Because if it was actually 114, we'd be fucking dying. If it's not a dry heat,
Yeah. Let's assume what I'm saying is the heat index. So, because it does tend to roll pretty fucking hot. And that would make sense as to why it only costs extra water when it's above 100 and not above 90. All right.
Cool.
But so you've spent one more day. It's now the 12th day of Sumia. And you have made it a bit down the coast.
So I assume
You find kind of a... You find kind of a little, what's the word?
Like an inlet?
What?
Like an inlet?
I guess an inlet.
Or a cove?
A bay?
A cove.
A lagoon?
That's what I'm looking for. You find a bit of a little cove that you can, get the ship into and stop. There's a nice little sandy beach that kind of breaks a few palm trees, but the grass starts pretty quick. You can see it in the distance, and it's very tall. And at one point, who's my least favorite? The die says 1, 2, 3, 4. Coleman. Coleman.
Great, he's my
Yeah.
favorite too.
Yes.
Yeah, at one point you're like,
What fresh hell?
You feel something crawling up your arm, and you look down, and it's like this big spider-looking thing, and you start picking it off, and you realize it's attached to you, and it's this giant tick.
Oh my god. Can I? I'm gonna fucking fire breath that shit. I'll use it for today. I don't give a fuck.
Fire breath away.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn that bitch off.
Are they dire ticks?
Dire tick, yeah.
Jesus fuck. Alright, I use my fire breath immediately.
Alright. So the tick shrivels up around off your arm and just kind of falls over, and it dies.
I'm just gonna be like, watch where you step, guys.
I guess we don't need to land on this hellscape after all.
Yeah, this place kind of sucks. Not gonna lie.
Oh, are you turning back now?
I believe it's in our best interests. I mean, we don't want to risk our ship, do we?
I guess you're right.
Berlin, are there any smells that
Is that?
repel these abominations?
Did you say spells or smells?
Both, I guess.
What did you mean first, though?
Smells.
Smells?
Like with an M, like mango?
Yes, M as in mango.
I'm as in Mancy?
Snells?
What's the best way to generate a smell? Did anyone bring any bug spray?
Well, I couldn't remember if you had prestidigitation.
Ooh, I don't think I do.
I thought you were picking it up.
What?
I thought you picked it up on the last level. You
Let
had talked
me
about
double
it. It's a cantrip.
No, I don't have it.
No.
I feel like prestidigitation could have made us smell like, I don't know, mint or catnip, whatever repels shit. Citrus. Well,
Just be careful what branches you brush against, and let's stay out of the tall grass, if that's even feasible.
I suppose the size of that thing, it can't crawl up my armor.
It was quite flat. I wouldn't venture against it. Let's just, as Davro said,
Wait.
let's stay out of the tall grass if we can. Stick to the coastline. We should be better off. We're
I've got one
only
more fire breath on me, so
We're only like a
Are
day.
you taking the whole crew with you, or are you just going, just you guys?
Just us. We would leave the crew so they can protect the ship.
All right. All right.
I'm gonna leave my heavy ropes on the ship too, so I can tell if there's any on me. I don't want them hiding inside my rope.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's hot, so win-win there.
Why would you do this to us, Quentin?
Yeah, but in like Saudi Arabia, they wear like those like dresses.
Yeah.
I don't know the actual name for it, but something about that
Robes?
versus pants.
Yeah, or is the burger just that?
No, that's
Burqa is
that's
just
not.
the female one.
Yeah,
I'm talking about what the men wear. Yeah.
Burqa is specifically the thing that goes.
It's just
like,
the head
covers
covering
the
that
whole
goes
face.
down.
Hajib is the
The
Dress
red wrapping,
there.
right?
Yeah.
But no, he's right. In Saudi Arabia, the men wear pretty big carbs too a lot of times.
Yeah.
But at least they get to wear lighter colors, which is
well, and it's lighter
Women are just
material.
in like fucking all black, dying of heat strokes.
yeah.
I have never at one point imagined Bungus with a shirt, so you can shut up.
Bungus is just looking like super fucking tan, like
Bungus,
super swarthy looking, just covered in
Bungus
hair.
right now looks like he just got dipped in oil. Like he's just glistening.
Oh, like a bodybuilder after the really dark spray tans, just like
Right. No, I mean like covered in sweat. Like just
Seems to be making dark.
he's just so wet right now. He looks like he
Yeah,
just like
you
jumped
are
in the
right.
fucking ocean.
I am wet.
Do Dragonborn sweat?
No, you
Or is it like a dog where they have to like
Yeah, they
pants or something? Pants?
I would assume as a Dragonborn, you're actually a lot more comfortable.
yeah, you're heat resistant.
Yeah,
Do lizards sweat or like
But
regular?
I'm not a
anyway?
lizard though.
Yeah, you're kind
you're
of
not a
mammal.
lizard, but you're like more like a lizard than most things, than like the other people.
I guess that's true.
I'm gonna say you're more built for heat than everyone else.
I mean, you have
You'll
fire
start-
resistance.
I'm
Like
I'm
I'd assume.
exothermic or whatever the fuck it's called.
You release heat if you're exothermic.
Yeah,
You're mesothermic.
I am a red dragon too, so
Yeah, you're mesothermic. You're not endo or exo. You're like in between.
but like a mix, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's make our way down the coast and scout out this town. I don't believe we should draw too much attention to ourselves. Just simply a. Would you guys prefer a shipwrecked or a mutinied crew? I guess a mutiny wouldn't really make sense for all of us.
Let's just say we're shipwrecked.
Shipwrecked sounds great.
Right. As you guys are walking down the coastline, trying to get back to the settlement that you had seen, you know it's going to be a few miles, probably the rest of your day's travel. You see all kinds of crazy little wildlife. I'm getting a lot of.
I'm getting feedback.
Yeah. I think it was Jesse. I'm not sure.
Wasn't when I was drinking. Are you feeding back now?
Blah 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 blah. And that's why Atlas died. But anyway, you're walking down the
Atlas.
the coastline, and you see like a small rabbit-like animal like roaming across. You see like a bunch of crabs and shit on the coastline. Maybe an octopus kind of like crawling along the beach, trying to get back into the water. And it gets to be about 7 p.m. and then just in the distance you can see like torch lights coming up.
Is it still bright enough to see?
Yeah, but it's like the sun's starting to go down.
I want to check myself for ticks before we get into town.
Same. Everyone,
Right.
quick tick check.
Do you guys want to like long rest outside of the town?
I don't know that we should approach at night. typically that is, not the best idea. It might be best to make a camp of sorts and approach when day breaks. What are your thoughts on this?
I suppose that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm not too fond of the wildlife out here, though.
Yeah, I also think we'll wake up with ticks, but
Well, maybe
It is
we
a
could
tough situation.
stay down towards the beach and away from the grass. We might be in better circumstances.
it's a good point.
We can. I'm fine with us making camp outside of town.
So you guys start building up a little campsite, settled outside of town. It doesn't look exactly like what I'm going to show you, but use your imagination.
Ooh, I'm gonna cast alarm before we go to sleep, and it's gonna let me know if any creatures get within 20 feet of us.
Does that include ticks?
It says
God,
tiny
I hope
or
so.
larger creature.
Oh
I
my
would think
God.
so.
Thank you.
I feel like ticks would fall under tiny.
And also, if someone from the town is wandering out and gets near us, this should. Well, it's a mental alarm, so it'll wake me up, and then I can wake you guys up.
Should we still probably keep watch?
Sure, because this is only for 20 feet.
Yeah, I would feel better if we took watches.
I'll take the first watch.
Wait. So I can do a mental alarm or an audible one. What do you guys want?
Do audible.
Yeah, I'll do audible. If I have to wake up, everyone does.
Yeah.
Hopefully this doesn't go off like every 30 seconds. We'll see.
That'll be the downside because from what little I know about elves, won't it basically reset your meditative state? So every time you wake up, you'll have to plan on doing another 4 hours.
I think it depends on if he can choose to either meditate or sleep.
Did not know you could choose.
I mean, I feel like most people wouldn't choose the sleep option, but
Right. I just didn't know they could choose.
I mean, that's the way I read it, at least. They have the ability to; they don't have to.
Okay, you guys settle down for the night.
So, Damien, you're on first watch. I'll take the second. How many watches do we need? 3?
I'll
Yeah.
I'll take one of the. I'll take
you would need 3 watches, yeah.
I'll take one of the watches.
Okay.
So Damien's first. Did anyone take the second watch?
Yeah, I'm taking the second one.
All right, I'll take the last watch.
Make
It's
sure to
my
watch your-
spyglass.
Look,
Does my
if you don't trust
You
me,
go.
I don't have to take a watch.
I just feel like maybe the Bungus or Perlin should take their watch with you.
That's fair enough. I'll gladly share my watch with someone if they so wish.
Sure. It'll go quicker if we have company.
Yeah.
So what was my watch order?
Damien,
Wood.
what the fuck's my name? Atlas. Damien, Atlas, then Perlin and Dyror.
How many watches do we need? Like, do we want to do pairings? Like,
Bungus, you can hop in with anyone. One of us will be solo anyway. So 3 watches, 5 people.
so who's staying up with me on my watch?
Bungus?
Give me
wait, so
Jagus.
I don't have to do the solo one?
No, I'm doing the solo one.
Right?
Well, then can I just sleep?
Well, Bungus, if you don't want to contribute at all, I guess that is your
I mean,
right.
we have all of the bases
That
covered.
is just like a dwarf.
I just my companion of like the last couple of months has just betrayed me. I need some emotional time off, I think.
Oh, do
No,
we not count as your...
I'll hop in. I'll
companions?
watch the first one just because I'll be drinking around the fire.
It's a spirit?
Actually,
Or should I say that's the spirits?
can I request I share a watch with Bungus instead?
Is it something about me?
No, it's nothing against you, Perlin.
Is it an elf?
100% against you, Perlin.
No,
Wow.
Darrow is
think I-
racist against elves.
During our travels, he told me all about how he's just like, ooh.
now Bungus, you know the only people I problem with are humans, right?
You know, we're gonna do a
Apparently,
PvP. Shit. Truth will set you free.
Look, Bungus,
You dirty traitor.
I need to talk. I need to share some words with you.
That's fine. I can switch to the.
Nothing against you, Perlin. I promise.
It'll be me, Perlin, and
I may sleep with one ear open. I don't know.
Okay.
See, if I hear my name, I'll probably wake up.
All right.
Alright, so the first watch is Damien. You take the watch right after the sun sets.
Real quick, can I use my spyglass to help me? One, help me with my watch, and two, also kind of keep an eye on things going on in the town, any nightly rituals that they do, I don't know, fucking festivities to celebrate their living god.
Wait, how close are we to the town?
You can see torchlights from it. They might be able to see your firelight, but you are behind you are behind kind of a little area. Imagine there's a little rock shelf above you. You feel like you've hid your fire.
So like a quarter to a half mile away, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you could climb up on these rocks and take a look out at it.
Do we want to take our watch just from up there?
You could. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it's good perspective.
Right. So on your shift, everybody is beneath you, asleep, and you climb up on the little rock shelf. You still kind of have sight on them. You don't have full sight on them, but you have sight on one of them. And you look out, poke out your spyglass towards the town.
You mean periscope?
Yes, your periscope. You pull out your periscope. All right, roll perception.
That'll be a 12.
Don't you only get advantage on ships?
I believe my star seeing glass gives me perception always.
Advantage always?
Whilst gazing through this spyglass, you can see the stars regardless of the time of day or weather conditions. I didn't see anything about any ships. Good sir.
It was the other spyglass, and it gives you. I think it's the other spyglass that said that, and I just added the other spyglasses thing, and so I would have to look it up, and I don't feel like looking it up, so I'm just going to give you the advantage because it's only 2 points. But in between sessions, I will fact check that.
Well, I mean, his first roll was a 13 anyway, so.
What?
No, that's
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at too far back in the history.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
No, he got a 12. It doesn't make a big difference. I just want to know for future reference. Honestly, I don't remember. So you get.
sounds like somebody
You get a look at it.
of a weapon.
You get a look out and you can see kind of a rock shelf, or kind of another big spire out off in the distance, next to the town. You see what look to be carts rolling down this little rock shelf carrying some kind of material. You can't really tell what they're carrying though.
So they're coming down from the spire Like
Yeah,
from
there's like some kind of spire. They're coming down, might be coming up out of the spire. You're not sure, but you see carts rolling out of it.
Can I see what's pulling the carts? I assume it's Knowles, but I mean,
You do
it's
see
too hazy for
you
me
see
to
like
tell.
forms pushing on the carts. You don't see anything pulling it. And they don't appear to be like they don't appear to be like a chariot cart or anything. They seem to just be like actually, yeah, kind of like a chariot cart, but like 4 wheels, not 2. I just made that more confusing. Just almost like a mine cart.
Okay.
Right. With that, a few hours go by of you watching all the little carts rolling by and trying to figure out what it is. And
every like couple minutes, I want to like look back down and make sure everybody's
Right.
like not covered in ticks.
Right. At no point do you see ticks, and you start to get the sense that perhaps the fire keeps them away. And about 4 hours go by, and your shift is done. Is it 4 hours or 3?
I would assume 2, just
2.
because I think
Right.
most people.
Yeah.
There's 4
Yeah.
watches to be 2 hours.
Okay,
4
so
watches.
8 hours. Got it.
Right. So you take your 2-hour shift and you go down and get ready to sleep. Waking
Who's
up,
taking the next watch?
Atlas.
Atlas and Perlin, then. With Bungus and Dyror taking the last.
Yep. I think that's the order.
Perlin, Atlas. Go on your watch. See if you can gather some more details about this spy off in the distance. It's got some strange things going on. Want to see if you all are seeing what I'm seeing.
But certainly we'll take a look.
I hand him the spyglass.
I have one myself.
Oh, I hand Perlin
do
my
both
spyglass. Yeah.
Perlin is asleep.
Perlin's awake for, or is he taking shift with Bungus and, it wouldn't make sense for Perlin to wake up mid-sleep anyways. So, yeah, leave him asleep, just Atlas. I lay down to sleep.
Alright. Yeah, so I'll take a look.
All right. You can climb up there and roll your perception.
Advantage or not advantage?
We'll say advantage. I gave him advantage.
Alright. A 12 as well.
You try to pay attention to the spire, but your attention is actually drawn a bit further away, as you can see, as you're like really paying attention to the ship that you see off in the distance. You start to get a better look at the ship. It seems, I guess, kind of like a galleon. It has black sails. The black sails almost look a little familiar to you, but you're not quite sure where from or why. But yeah, you're just kind of paying attention to the ship, and you start. You can see a couple of like crewmen come out on the ship, and you see like a bugbear, like kind of like sitting up, talking to an orc, like on the deck, and both of them are like brandishing like big. I think they had
blunderbusses.
Yeah, I think they had both had like blunderbusses. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you also get a peek at like a hobgoblin, and maybe you even see like a lion. And
Okay. So I see 4 crew members so far.
you've seen 4 of their crew. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Right. With that, your shift is up. It's now. You climb down, and you wake up Berlin or Bungus and Dyror
Yep.
for their shift.
Okay.
Fun, right?
This isn't a giant cliff, is it?
It's not that big. Probably about 20 feet.
All right.
Bungus.
All right.
Look, I just need to say something, okay? Now, I'm not the smartest. I know that. And I hope my words I hope I can convey what I'm truly feeling to my 8 intelligence. I want you to know that what I did not do out of any malice towards you. I understand what I did was selfish. And it was because that I was selfish that a lot of people died. I'm not asking for your forgiveness. I just want you to understand that I was desperate to return home, to go back to my people. And I did something drastic, and I apologize.
I think I said it last week, but yeah, Bungus understands because I mean, like traveling with you, Dyror, I understand that this has been your goal the entire time. And you saw an opportunity and you felt like you couldn't.
It's a shame that our goals happen to contradict, but but Dyror does consider Bungus his first friend ever.
Oh.
And only.
Did Bungus
And
say,
only friend, apparently.
did he say that in third person, or are you telling Taylor this? Just trying to
I'm just saying,
for my sake.
Dyror think Bungus friend.
There's that
Dyror love Bungus.
You know, this really isn't helping Damien's picture of Dragonborn.
Oh.
I'm trying to think if he would say anything else. No, I mean, if, like he said, he's not expecting you to forgive him. He's not expecting the rest of the group to forgive him. He just wants you to understand why he did it. And that's all he's got to say.
I understand. And as of now, I mean, yes, people died, and you're gonna have to live with that. But
So,
as far as I'm concerned, I'm
sorry, you're breaking up a lot.
Oh, is the internet real bad?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Unfortunate timing. You know.
Oh wait, there might be good now.
Good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're coming through clear.
Yeah, you'll have to live with all those people dying, but I mean, as far like we could still both get what we want. Our quests are not irreparable or
Irreparably.
I think you've had a bit too much to drink, Bungus.
Yes, it's
Unreconcilable?
Yes. Well, we
Like you could both have what you want? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Yeah.
We could
Yeah,
still both get
I
what
get
we
the-
want.
Unreconcilable.
I think you're right.
I can't. speak
I
for
do
the
have a
rest
lot.
of the group.
Yeah, I can definitely tell that Atlas certainly trusts me less. Damien probably thinks even less of me
Definitely
anymore.
disappointed. I've never heard the dad voice before.
He really did do the dad voice. And I fear that Perlin might not like me either.
He took away my fish.
But yeah, I definitely have a lot to make up for, and I hope that I can redeem myself at some point.
That day will come.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it.
right. Well, that's all Darwar's got to say. So,
Did we get told about the spire or the boat or the?
I imagine you two are distracted enough to where you weren't looking for it.
Well, I was wondering if we got told about it on the way, like during transfers.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I would have been too absorbed in just thinking about the boat to have mentioned anything.
Yeah.
all right, fair enough.
Can we do a perception check just to look around, see what's going on?
You can roll a perception check with a much higher DC.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Well, they also don't have the spy glasses. I assume it wasn't
Right,
passive.
exactly. So like you got yeah. So one perception check for the both of you. 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
for the both of us.
Oh, I don't even care. I'll say. I don't even care with things like that. Yeah, you guys are too wrapped up in your the like apologies and conversation to really be paying attention to much around you.
That's fair.
The sexual tension.
Yeah.
It's rising.
What does a half dwarf, half dragonborn baby look like?
We're gonna find out.
We'll find out.
Bungus is a very fertile man.
What would be called a dragonborn or
A wag. Wait,
Dwarf.
Swag a
Dragonborn.
I love it. A dragonborn.
Oh, you a dragonborn? Oh,
He's
that's
gonna
so
be
funny.
bullied.
Just super
Oh my
short,
God.
jacked looking lizard.
That's so funny.
Just spitting
That-
fire, like running around.
Literally just spits it into like a spittoon, just like poof.
With that, I think there's still one more shift because you guys only did 6 hours so far.
I could stay up
So I
and
guess
do
it's
another.
just me.
I think we said we were doing
Yeah.
3-hour shifts.
If you're doing 3-hour shifts, then you guys are.
Thought we were, but Perlin has
Okay,
been awake
yeah.
for one, so it's like that would make sense too.
Yeah, so I was assuming Perlin would do one shift on his own.
That's fine.
All right. So Perlin, you were on the last shift. You like fully meditated and restored to your elven kind. You get the sense that something's going on with Bungus and Dyror. What do you do?
So I guess, did they wake me up?
Yeah, they woke you up and said, "All right, we're finishing our nap."
Get the fuck out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft.
It's your shift, Perlin.
So I guess I don't have any idea about using the spyglass to look at the town.
No, but you do know the town was like visible when you were walking up. Like you would know it was there, and you might be able to see it. And you have elf eyes, so you can probably see a bit better in the distance.
Okay, but no spyglass.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, you could wake one of us up and ask for it.
That's okay. Because, yeah, I wouldn't have known that you guys were trying to learn anything, so I'll just kind of peer with my own eyes, but kind of more just out of boredom, trying to see if there's anything interesting.
All right. You can roll perception. You don't pick out a whole lot. It's kind of far away, and it's really hard for you to make out individual figures. You can kind of make out silhouettes of like humanoid forms, but you can't even tell what race they are from this distance. You really pay more attention to your surroundings, like your immediate surroundings. You see like the tall grass off in the distance. You see the beach line curve as it like approaches the town, and you can see a bit more of like the town's buildings features of like, you know, leather wrapped like tents and like a couple of like wooden more stable structures. And you see very traveled paths that look like not just footpaths, but like cart paths, all, like coming down like through the grass, almost towards where you guys are.
Okay.
as the sun starts to rise, those paths become a bit more visible, and you like really start to notice that there's like a path that about like 60 feet away from like the top of this little cliff that you could that you can see how that path goes straight into the town.
Okay. It's good to know. I assume I don't see anyone traverse that path during my time up there.
Nope.
All right. Cool.
And your shift is now up.
Cool.
Do you wake everybody up?
Yeah.
Right. With that, everyone's awake, and I assume you all share stories about or talk about your night or whatever.
So the alarm did not go off overnight.
The alarm did not go off. You didn't see anybody come near.
Cool.
Thank God.
However, as you guys are like packing up and putting on your armor, whatever, you all get your armor on, whatever you brought. Your alarm starts to go off. What was the distance on the alarm actually? What was the distance?
It's a 20-foot cube. So if the fire's at the center of that, it's really only like 10 feet in any direction. Or I guess
I assume you would have moved the alarm to where you were sitting up top.
So to screw you guys, I guess.
Well, it would be more useful there, is what I'm saying.
Well,
if you were worried about ticks, never mind. I'm not playing for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just worried about ticks.
Right, ticks. Those are the big threat here.
Yeah, that's the major.
Well, I mean,
threat.
he's standing up there, like, look.
Right. Yeah.
They're asleep.
I mean, would I rather die or get bitten on by a tick? It's kind of a close call.
I don't think you realize what an impact your description of the tick had on
It was
brain.
horrifying.
I know, right? I was just trying to make that like a funny little one-off. Like, oh, there was a tick, but
This is an important part of our
like the big tick or something.
the big fucking BFTs, big fucking ticks.
It's actually just like a giant made out of ticks. It's like million ants, but ticks.
It's even more horrifying.
That's so much worse than what I said.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Giving him a terrible idea, man.
Just throws a punch and it drains health from you.
Mechanically, that'd be pretty interesting.
So,
And then you're like basically cursed, so you're dropping things from here on out until you get cured of Lyme disease.
fuck.
Make a whole campaign out of that.
Maybe I will, but not this one. I like my barnacle herpes way better so far.
Herpes is pretty
Far.
Right. So after you guys get all packed up and like put your fire out, whatever, you can hear like what sounds like wheels turning, like you feel like one of them is especially squeaky off in the like up above your little campsite.
You guys hear
Wakes
a
up.
strange
Oh, you
squeaky
did.
noise? Yeah. You guys are awake. You guys hear that squeaky noise?
I do. What is it?
Seems like probably a cart of some kind, if I had to guess. Perhaps we should wave them down, if we are truly the shipwreck survivors we are.
Do we see the source of the sound?
You would have to climb up to
I
like
should-
you can hear where it's coming from, but like it's just obscured by your little ledge, like by your little overhang.
Well, if we're trying to not cause any problems, maybe the least threatening of looking of us at least should be the first to climb up.
It's probably me.
I feel like in this case we should have brought along Ocelot. Go
Okay,
ahead,
yeah, I'll
Perlin.
climb up. What do I see?
You poke your head up and you see a cart being pushed by two gnolls. Roll perception for anything else. You just see you're very distracted by the physique of these gnolls.
Is that to say like I'm attracted to them, or just
No, you're just distracted by like
Attacks
intimidated.
on hyenas.
I mean, like, you'd read about gnolls, but probably this is the first time you'd seen them.
Sure.
So you
Okay,
don't
yeah,
really
I'll-
see much else.
I'll climb back down and be like, there's some ripped-looking gnolls pushing a cart. I couldn't really tell what was in it though. I kind of got scared.
Should we introduce?
Curiosity. Damien wants to look.
All right, Damien, you poke your head up. Roll perception.
I'm gonna go with Damien.
Okay.
With or without spyglass?
Without spyglass, they're like 60 feet away from you.
If they notice,
If you'll have
19.
disadvantage if you use the spyglass. But 19 with disadvantage is
19 still.
I know.
Yes, I use the spyglass. It'll learn the reflection of the sun off the glass. Just alerts them to my presence.
they just see you like spying at the fucking spyglass.
Like using a scope at close range.
You so you see these gnolls and they're pushing this cart filled with some kind of raw ore. It appears to be like kind of brown in tint. You think it might be copper. And they're kind of like growling at each other, like barking. Matt Mercer does such a fucking good gnoll laugh, and I want to try it, but I'm not going to.
Worst case scenario, we laugh at you.
No, not trying it.
Okay.
But
I was
they
looking
do
forward
their-
to it.
they do their little. See, I'll do it in a minute. I won't do it right now because
Because now you talked about it, yeah.
no, I'm on the spot right now. But like later, when I'm like more loose, I'll.
Mhm.
If you guys have more gnoll interactions, okay.
Whenever you're
So
ready.
they're like giggling at each other, and then you notice one of them starts sniffing, and the other one kind of gets a glint in their eye and is like, and turns and notices you
I would
because
like,
you use the spike.
I would like to climb to the top of the hill.
See, he's doing that. I slowly climb down.
I would just like to raise my hand,
Good luck.
and I will speak out. I speak Goblin. That's my best guess of a language they might understand. So I'll just make my voice a little like croaky and like a little, disheartened.
How does it sound?
It's a great question. Excuse me, help. I need assistance. I don't know. I can't really do croaky, but just sort of like make myself sort of sound a little more dry and parched, like a shipwreck survivor.
We're washed up on the shore. Like that.
Yeah, sure.
You hear the gnolls kind of like at each other a little bit. They seem to be communicating,
Okay.
and then one of them turns to you and says, "Common."
Yes, I do speak common. I just wasn't sure if you did.
Purpose.
Me and my fellows are shipwrecked and seek travel to your village. We saw the lights in the distance.
One of them starts like sniffing really hard, like, and then kind of like runs at you pretty fast. Not necessarily in a threatening way, not at you, kind of like next to you, and peeks over the cliff really like suddenly.
Just sort of like take a couple steps back just to give him some room.
Mm-hmm. 5.
I'll say in Elvish, because I speak both. I'll say in Elvish, because I figure they don't understand it, and maybe some of our party will. It seems like they're just doing a check of us of some kind. I think we might be able to use them as an escort into the city.
I also say in Elvish, if it's anything like the family dog, it means they like you.
Damien, I swear to the gods above, please keep your mouth shut in any sort of understandable language.
I said it in Elvish.
I know. Yeah, I still say that.
Got it.
Friends of Fulu.
Oh, sorry, say that again?
Friends of Fulu.
Friends of Fulu.
Is he saying that in Common or Goblin?
Common. Also, they don't speak Goblin.
Did we? He said Fulu, right?
Fulu.
Have we heard of Fulu?
I'm guessing it's like friend or foe.
Friend or Fulu?
Yes, we are friends of Fulu.
Oh.
No. Because we said we were shipwrecked, now we're lying.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we're already there, so.
Roll deception.
Sure. 17.
Lost.
Okay. I hope
You get the sense that they don't really speak Common.
Yes.
I hope Fulu is someone that they like, and also not someone who lives in the town that'll quickly call us out. I guess we'll see how this goes.
We could maybe disengage ourselves from these. I'll say this again, still in Elvish, so it's something they don't understand. We should be able to disengage ourselves from these fellows if need be. Also, I assume Fulu might be Camden as his false god persona.
Anything as long as it's not a friends for dinner sort of situation.
Okay.
As you guys start walking back, I assume you guys are walking with the gnolls. Like,
Yeah.
One of them starts sniffing at you, Atlas. Kind of like, what's the word? Inquisitively.
Yep.
Yes, friend.
And
Can I help you?
Shoot.
I certainly appreciate that. You see, we are looking for some people. Have you seen any more of my kin? Either half-elves or human among your settlement?
They look like they look at you back with like kind of questioning eyes, like those words seem to be lost on them.
I understand. Just take us to the city's edge. We'll find our way from there.
They grunt a little bit more, and after about 40 minutes of walking, you guys make it into the small little settlement. The spire becomes a lot more clear now that you're closer to it. It seems to be a solid, like, granite spire coming up out of the ground, and it seems like the entire camp is built around this like big spire. And you can see these wooden tracks that are made like kind of like circling down the spire. And at one point while you're walking in, you watch a cart like all the way down, like looks like a coaster. And you get a good sense that the cart is carrying a similar thing to what these gnolls are currently carrying in their cart.
So they're bringing raw materials out of the spire.
Seems like it.
Okay.
When did we get a good look at the ores that the gnolls we just talked to were pushing?
Yeah, you would have had a pretty good look at it now. You would understand it to be like copper and some zinc.
Wait, like copper mixed with, or copper also something else?
Their cart seems to be a mix. Like if you would poke around in it or just like visually inspect it a bit,
That's
you would
what I
see
was.
kind of hunks of copper, like hunks of like copper ore that would need to be, refined, and then also hunks of zinc like that are just there.
Okay, but it's not zinc,
Mhm.
or is it zinc? We just
It
don't
is
know.
zinc. It is zinc.
Oh.
I'll say between the five of you, one of you would recognize it. No rolls necessary for that information. Do you ask the Knowles any other questions?
I do. I point at the cart and I say, what are the rocks? Trying to put it in the way that they might understand. What ore's for?
Tribute.
To who?
Tribute to Fulu.
Fulu. Maybe Fulu is maybe Fulu is who we might think that person is.
On the other hand, they are taking it to the. It seems like they're taking it to the other side of the island.
You do notice a couple of more permanent-looking buildings at this point that have smoke coming up out of them, and you start to get like a very clear refinery smell.
Is it possible they're selling weapons to someone else?
It's possible, or they're just converting the
copper
raw
weapons, I guess,
materials into some sort of valuable product to sell.
One is.
How long has Fulu been here?
Always.
How long has the body of Fulu been here?
They look puzzled by the question, and they say,
Changes.
I understand.
But as you guys get into the town, they seem to still have a pretty clear destination in mind that they're guiding you. Do you want to try to break off, or did you want to just follow them to where they're taking you?
I would say, like, once we get sort of to the edge of town, I just say, we will speak to Fulu in our own time. We appreciate your help in this regard.
One of the Knolls kind of like giggles at you, and she's like,
Appreciate you.
Just give her sort of like a tip of the captain's hat.
and then the other one turns to Damien and says, I don't have anything funny. I was trying to think of a way to make it sound like the Knoll thinks you're a woman, but...
You mean Damien's ape arms don't make it look like...
Well, to a Knoll.
True.
Exactly.
They're the big buff ones.
Exactly. You've been following two female Knolls. Let's try
So
to
they're
make
into
one
twinks?
of them be like, oh, you look like a slut, but they're probably wearing much less than you, so...
You're a prude.
Rude. Alright. So you get to the... what exactly do you tell them?
Yeah, just we will speak to Fulu. We need to gather our own tribute.
They kind of like nod off at you and go on their own way. The town's bustling with like a bunch of gnolls, seemingly going about their daily business, but you do notice a good portion of them working these carts or doing something related to the ores that the carts are for.
I'll just gather the group for a second and say, I may not have mentioned this before, but I do have a slight history with Camden in a previous life. If it should come to blows, Camden is mine. Is that understood?
You're going to insult him to death?
If need be.
Would you care to elaborate a bit more on this history?
Not at this time.
Very well.
So while you guys are exploring the town, what in particular are you looking for and trying to do?
I mean, no.
I mean, I don't really want to... so up to the group. I don't really want to explore the town. I just didn't want to go in with these people.
Right. But more of just like, what's your general plan of action here?
Okay, so we assume that this Fulu person is Campion, right?
I would assume that's probably likely the case. I suggest we watch where this cart goes, see where they take it. If it's just to one of these refinery buildings, then maybe that's not very useful, but if we can find some sort of large town center of some kind or holy site, I assume that's probably where he'll be located.
Yes, no, I definitely think you're right. We should probably look for like maybe a large decorative temple type building. That's definitely where. I mean, we know that this guy's been posing as these Knolls gods, right? Mm-hmm. That's probably where, and I'll do like air quotes or Dyra will, a god would be located.
So yeah, let's look for the fanciest building in town.
Okay. So you're explicitly looking for the fanciest building.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like a temple. I'm not sure.
Yeah, town hall, temple kind of deal.
Do you guys just go out looking like how you do? Do you try to change your appearance in any way?
I mean, I feel like if it's mostly just tents and shit, we should be able to see some sort of like large building just from where we are.
You can see a couple of large buildings, and they don't all look particularly distinct, but they all are built like they don't. None look more elaborate than the other, but each one looks like it serves a different purpose.
Do the Knolls have some sort of markings or anything to kind of like signify them as part of this community? Maybe some following?
Not there are symbols that you would notice to be consistent across most of their clothing and stuff, but you wouldn't really have much.
That really stands out.
Yeah. Okay. Jesse?
So of the other races, unlike Knolls, do we see any of them at this point?
You don't see any.
Okay.
You just see Knolls right now.
Okay. I suggest maybe we head further in towards that spire. It does seem like some sort of central location. Maybe we can get a better idea from there.
At the very least, we'll have a better vantage to get a lay of the land.
Right.
Let's just hope we're welcomed.
So as you guys walk in, you walk around on the streets kind of like you belong there. Try not to look too out of place. And most of the Knolls don't really pay you much of a mind other than an occasional like nod or like cackle at you. Like that
was good.
That was good.
That was really
good. That
was really good. And you do walk past one of the buildings like burning from the inside. You can smell the fire like coming out, and you see and roll perception. Atlas specifically, roll perception. Okay, something unmistakable catches your eye, and you see another cart, like the ones from before, but this time it looks like it's filled with gold coins.
Unmistakable, for sure.
Immediately catches your eye.
Perhaps we should follow this cart. As you can see, and I'll just sort of like nod towards it. I'm sure everyone will pick up the fact that it's full of money.
Let's I agree with Atlas. See where this takes us.
Right. As you follow, as you start following the cart, kind of like tailing it just a little bit, you notice one of the gnolls look back at you and say, and like start grabbing some and like showing it to you.
I'll walk up towards them, take their offering, and say, we also come to pay our respects to Fulu. Where are they currently?
This one looks really like invested in what you're saying, but you can clearly tell your words are lost on it.
I'll try Goblin as well, just in case.
Your words are still very lost on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take some gold out of my pouch and drop it into the cart and be like, "That's my contribution. I'll throw 10 gold in."
Okay.
How much did I get from them?
Roll investigation, Atlas. With advantage.
Okay.
Worse? Okay. I don't know why I made you roll for that. I'm just going to tell you anyway, because Atlas, you are very familiar with Pit holding gold coins, and something immediately caught your attention when this was handed to you. It's lighter than it should be. Like, significantly lighter than it should be.
Got it. So as they hand me, like 50 coins?
Like, yeah, just a small handful. So,
So like
I imagine they're
15.
fairly sizable coins, like 15 coins.
All right. So they hand me 15, and I'm very familiar with money, and so I'm like, oh, these are counterfeit. Having dealt with counterfeit coins in the past. And I'll just be like, thank you very much, and I'll put them back in the cart and take the 10 gold pouch that Perlin just gave them, and I'll hand it back to Perlin.
Okay, I'll ask Anubis, like, what's going on?
These coins are not accurate, if you will. They are certainly duping some form of this money. I assume they're mixing the lesser raw materials in with the gold to produce a lighter coin. I have some familiarity with this in the past. Actually, something that this Camden I know is also familiar with. On a grander scale, it might not necessarily be noticed, but if you're an expert in these kind of things, it is quite obvious.
Well, I'm glad you knew what to look for.
Why would these gnolls be making tons of counterfeit gold?
I have a feeling they don't understand exactly why they are doing these things. But if you had the ability to mix a few of these gold coins in with some real gold coins, the average person would not be able to notice the difference.
Right.
If you could pass off 500 of these gold coins with 500 of your own, you would easily make a significant profit. If you have the materials available and the willing hands to make them for you, as they are, perceiving you as their own god, why wouldn't you?
Good point. Well, regardless, we should probably find this Cambion person.
I would like to keep my eye out for anyone who is not a Knoll.
Alright. So do you stop following this cart, or
No,
go back to...
continue following the cart, but just like keeping an eye out along the way.
As you're following the cart, you notice that the cart starts to head out towards like their really shitty makeshift dock. And now that you're getting closer, you notice that this makeshift dock goes like in all kinds of wacky directions, and like the ship didn't look like it was at a dock, but you realize now that the dock is just way too small to actually.
So it's actually
like the dock existed before it.
You get the sense the dock's pretty new. It's out of like newer wood than most of the other places.
But it seems like the ship is docked out in like deeper
Um,
water, not actually connected to the dock.
Right. Or no, the ship is actually connected to this dock. It's still in deeper water, but like
Okay. But just like
normally if a dock goes out this far into the ocean, you'd be able to see it from a distance, and you couldn't see this one from a distance.
got it. So it just sort of like so haphazardly put together.
Right,
being
and
new
very
construction.
narrow.
Yeah. Got it. Okay, I guess as it turns out, as they turn away towards the like dock section, do we see either the temple sort of buildings we're looking for or a non-Knollish person?
You see a couple of non-Knollish people out on the dock, but you do see a large building that doesn't have smoke coming out of it, doesn't seem to serve a particular purpose, and is kind of positioned a bit away from everything else. Like there seems to be a clear amount of space given just to have people around this building. And there's appears to be almost a balcony on the top of it for somebody to walk out on.
I believe that might be the location we're looking for. We could ask some of the potential crew members, but they also might alert Camden to what we are looking for. I think our best regard is maybe to head straight for this building, and if that doesn't turn out in something, we can come back and speak to the members on the dock.
Right. Let's at least check it out.
Would it be possible for you to disguise yourself, perhaps with a mustache or a beard?
I don't believe he'll recognize me. It's been quite a long time.
All right. Well, you seem to know more about what's going on than anyone else, so I'll follow you.
Right after Atlas gets that sentence out, you hear a kind of feminine voice from behind you say, "And you don't believe who will recognize? And you don't believe who will recognize you?"
I'll turn and look.
It is a female tabaxi, and there's a female like elf, like dark-skinned elf, with her.
You see, we have been...
What are you?
What?
Who are you? And what are you doing? I'm trying to... I cannot do the accent that I'm going for, so it's going to turn into something else, and I'm just going to let that happen.
That's all right.
Who are you, and what are you doing here?
You see, we are shipwrecked just up the coast from here. But we have heard that there might be potentially someone that I am vaguely familiar with. Although I don't believe he would recognize me after all these years. Who might you be?
I really should have made names for all these characters.
They don't have to give names.
We oversee the mining operation.
I see. I believe it seems like we are headed towards some sort of civic center, if you will. Would the leader of this town be residing within?
If you are friends of the captain, you can come with us.
Is he not in the building here?
That is where he lie.
I don't see why we would need an escort.
She kind of like, the tabaxi woman kind of like, is wearing a bit of like I don't know what to call it. I want to call it a skirt, but it's like completely open right around here. And she kind of like, but she's like wearing pants under it. But she has
Chaps?
like I guess chaps maybe.
Or like a riding skirt?
She kind of like pulls it to the side. And she said, she reveals her pistol and says,
Because you don't want to be fighting everything this town is doing.
Oh, we are not here for any sort of conflict. We are simply here to see if we could catch a ride to another location. As I said, shipwrecked.
If you don't want any conflict, then you come with us.
Are you heading towards the building, or are you heading towards the dock?
They seem to be pointing at the building.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was getting that confused. I thought they were trying to take us to the ship. I was like, I don't understand why we would go there.
They're pushing you towards the building.
I see no issue in this regard.
Great. So they kind of like turn you, and they seem a little aggressive, but just kind of like, who the fuck are these guys? Is their motive. And a couple of gnolls accompany them and like start walking back. They actually turn to the gnolls and start speaking gnoll to them at some point. I assume none of you can understand unless something...
I can't. I cannot.
Nope.
I could cast comprehend language.
Yeah, that's... I was asking if you wanted to. It was my...
Sure. How long does that last?
I think an hour.
1 hour. All right.
Right. You quietly cast comprehend languages. I assume it's can be quiet, right?
It is verbal, but
you can kind of like mumble it.
Yeah, I mean, there's several of us, and I'm talking to them as well.
And you hear them turn to the gnolls and say like, and the gnolls are like, are they not? The gnolls are like, are they not with you? And the lady says, me thinks they might be intruders. We're taking them to the captain, or to the, Bulu. Bulu is wise. Will know what's best to do with them.
is anyone standing close enough to me for me to whisper what I just heard?
I am not, because I'm up with them.
You don't feel like you would be able to whisper,
Okay.
like without them noticing.
Well, so I'm still I would still be talking to them along the way. Just be like, yes, quite a difficult journey around this island. Quite a storm sort of caught us early on, and then the lack of control of our ship ran us aground on some rocks. What happened to you to bring you here? Whatever. Just sort of keeping them engaged. Just so that just knowing that my party is with me, I would try to keep their attention engaged on myself.
They kind of, one of them would respond with, I don't think I remember any storms recently.
Oh, no, this was a storm quite a ways ago. But the damage to our ship was lasting, and left us with a lack of control. So when even the mildest breeze blew in, we were unable to compensate. That's why we were hugging so close to the shore.
I assume you saw that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops. Well, you win.
I'll make a deception check if you would like.
No, you win. Yeah, I told you not to roll, so now you actually lose.
Okay. Wait, I had my own story ready. You don't have to save me the embarrassment. I volunteered to try to cook dinner for the crew and may have started a fire on the ship. But I appreciate my friend here trying to cover for me.
You wouldn't think that when somebody makes wet barley, it would light the ship on fire, but he found a way.
I told you I needed to make it wetter. This is what you get asking for dry millet.
Look, it's all in the past now.
I'm not even going to make you roll deception.
Don't feel bad about it.
You just hear the Knoll in Knollish turn to one of them and say, they both start laughing and and you hear the Knoll turn to them and be like, "What's so funny?" And they're just like, it's a joke in another language. You wouldn't get it. It's a pun. Doesn't translate well. Around this time, they finally get into the religious building. It seems to be kind of built like a church. There seem to be pews and things for people to sit in, but kind of more of an amphitheater almost. And you're walking down a little bit, and they're at the end of the hall. At the end of this little stretch, you see a man sitting in a throne, and he was talking to someone, but as he walked in, his attention was turned to you. And he's wearing he has purple hair with one blue streak across it. He's wearing this big, black overcoat, and no shirt underneath, and nothing, and it's not buttoned or anything. You just see his exposed chest, with he's covered in tattoos. Every ring, or every finger he has a ring on it.
Sounds like a JoJo character.
I was going for that, yeah.
Not the stand user.
And as you walk in, he just kind of looks up. I wasn't expecting company.
Sort of do a deep bow and just say, you are Fulzu, if I presume? Fulu, sorry. That was Jesse with a little bit of alcohol. Fulu, if I presume.
Yeah, I don't have to pull anyone around here at me.
Sorry, was that English?
Y'all don't have to fool anyone around here right now. They don't speak common.
I'm not trying to fool anyone. We are simple shipwrecked survivors trying to find a ride home, if you will.
Trying to find a ride home. Where have I heard that before? This is too loud. There we go.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not in much of a fair mood for anyone right now.
Certainly, we could come to some sort of agreement. I'm sure we could provide some sort of service that would change your mind.
And what kind of service are you going to provide me that I don't already have an ample supply here?
Well, do see.
He kind of turns to Damien for a second.
I'd like to cut your jib.
just questioning and then agreement. Yeah.
We can talk about it later in private.
Also, a thing I failed to mention. This person doesn't look familiar to anyone.
Not even Atlas?
Not even Atlas. Not in the face.
You say it was an elf
The voice
or
does sound familiar to Atlas, but the face...
So,
Wait,
Who do I
so
have?
you said not in the face, but his voice sounds familiar. Do the tattoos at all look familiar?
Not really.
Okay.
so, what do I get to call this last crew that has befallen me?
I guess whatever you want. We don't really have a name for our merry band here.
You're not offering me a lot of things that I'm in short supply of right
you
now.
could call us the Devil's Rejects?
The Devil's Rejects.
The Devil's Reject.
Dude, sort of see like Atlas facepalm a little bit.
You know, Damien, I actually really like that. That really rolls off the tongue.
I was trying to
Thank
think of
you.
another music, like ocean pun for like.
Oh! Ocean's 13!
Damien, there's not 15 of us. There's only 5 of us.
Yes, but it makes people think there's 8 more somewhere else.
Damien, you had one bright idea for just a half a second.
Ooh, 21 captains?
21 sailors.
21 sailors.
Or
21 Jump
sailors,
Street?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking pilots, like 21 pilots.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Mr. What should I
That's
refer
such a
to
shitty
you
name
as?
for a crew, though. 21 sailors.
There's only 7 of you.
That you see.
That you see.
What should we refer to you as? You said Fulu was not appropriate.
Y'all can call me Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Well,
Very nice
Fletcher.
to meet you, Fletcher.
Does he look human to me?
Looks human.
Okay. I was gonna say, I don't... No, he'd swing elf.
So I'll introduce myself. My name is Daiwar Arhan.
As he kind of like looks at you and kind of like reaches out towards you a little bit and says, "Honey, for you, I can be anything you want." And then his face kind of like starts warping and changing, and he turns into an elf. Looks very similar to himself, but he changes his features into more elf-like.
He's looking like an elf for Dire or for me? Because I was...
For you.
Is he able to read my thoughts?
No, he's not reading your thoughts. I just thought that would be a good moment.
Oh,
I'm going to say you said it out loud and it didn't change much.
Well, Fletcher, we simply are looking for a ride. It does seem like there's a ship in port. Are you the captain of this ship?
Yeah, we call it the 22 Sailors. I've been the captain of a lot of things, but yeah, she's mine right now.
Well,
you say you've been a captain of it?
He says he's been the captain of a lot of things, but she's his right now. Like that ship, she.
So he's been captain quite a while, but this ship.
He's been captain of a lot of things. He's just bantering.
Oh.
well, Fletcher, Mr. Fletcher, if I will, we simply are looking for a ship to take us to some other port where we can catch another vessel, reunite ourselves with more seagoing fare.
And why not? Why not stay here? I can get you anything you want.
Anything.
Money can buy it.
Well, you see, the money, it seems to be less than quite money, if you will.
You ever buy anything from an orc? A goblin? They hardly check anything. I've even got by a few Hagrids before.
That's impressive.
Humans are a lot dumber than they think they are.
I don't
But
think
don't
very
worry,
highly of
He
them in the
pokes,
first
he pokes at Atlas, or he pokes at Damien and says, makes him cute.
Not into it anymore.
Yes, Fletcher, I can think of lots of people who wouldn't check their coin appropriately. And I would like to change my form into sort of an older, sort of human male with sort of like a double chin and sort of like a scraggly, like brown beard. And say, you would never try to swindle me, or sorry, not in that accent. You would never try to swindle me, would you, Fletcher? We're such great friends. And he would immediately recognize this face.
Captain Neckbeard.
Is it Neckbeard?
Well. It ain't a little Osage.
Little old who?
Cedric.
Oh, Cedric. I heard Fletcher. I was like, what?
It ain't a little Osage. Cedric.
And I will change.
I'm trying to do a shitty Cajun accent.
I will change my face again to sort of a human male with a sort of like blondish, reddish goatee. Just the same sort of clothes, just changing the face. With like long, sort of like dirty brown hair, dirty blonde hair. Hello, Fletcher. It's been quite a while.
Upon seeing that, he changes his face into one that you're much more familiar with.
Yeah, suppose it has. I was wondering if you'd ever come crawling back to me. You leave me on such hard terms, then come back and now you need my help.
crawling back is not exactly how I would present it. And I would like to draw my pistol and point it at him.
Okay.
You see...
While he's doing that, can I, like, turn to guard the door?
Right. While as you draw the pistol.
Sure. I have a little bit more to say, but yeah.
Okay. Like after you draw the pistol, you can say what you want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you're able to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I draw the pistol, and I say, Fletcher, this has really been a long time coming. Not for myself, and I'll switch real quick into like a red-haired woman, with sort of like almost like a permanent blush on her cheeks a little bit. And I'll say, Fletcher, I thought you loved me. And then I'll switch again real quick to this man with like dark black hair and like a scar down one side of his face, and say, I trusted you. And then I'll switch back to the face of Atlas, and I'll just say, this is for all the wrongs you've done.
Everyone roll a wisdom saving throw.
How do you do a saving throw?
Somebody else explain it. I'm not looking at the wisdom save.
So in your sheet, right underneath the proficiency bonus, just to the left of your hit points, are your saving throws.
Oh.
So not your stats along the left side, but the little saving throws box. There you
go. Okay. Bungus, wisdom save. Everyone but Dyror fails.
Yay.
And all of a sudden, these like shadows start forming around Fletcher, and you all get kind of thrown back, and you start seeing these like demons and terrifying things manifest like in your mind around him, and you are all now frightened.
What does frightened to do? Does that mean I have to move away from him?
You cannot move any closer to him, and attacks are with disadvantage, I think, right?
Your attacks, you must take the dash action to move away from him anytime you make a move. Unless there's nowhere to move. Alright, if you can get up to a point where you don't have line of sight, you can make a wisdom save to try to get rid of the frightened condition.
I can hear you, Coleman.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think my mic stopped working for some reason. So we're all frightened, or except for me?
Yeah, you're the only one who wasn't threatened by it.
All right. Should we roll initiative as well?
Are you rolling initiative? Is this?
I don't know.
I drew a gun against him.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought we were going for it.
So it was him, and I did not plan for the fight to be here. Fuck.
I didn't either, but you know, I couldn't help myself.
Here we are. Okay. So let's see. Toby. There's Fletcher in all his glory.
Ooh.
I spent a lot of time making that one. And let me get everybody else. What map has your tokens? This. Okay. Control C. Control V. There you guys. And then he had a knoll, or two. He had 2 knoll guards, and then 2 of his crew in this room.
Level 4.
What? You guys are level 4, yeah. Stormy waters. No. There it is. There they are. There they are. Control C. Okay. Control B. Sorry, I had to set that up. Right. Initiative. So, hold on. So, who all rolled initiative? Bungus, Damien.
Oh, let's do it.
Alright, I'm gonna take everybody off and then roll one more time and take your first roll.
Yeah. Oakley dokily.
So, wait, roll again?
Yeah, sorry.
Why not 11?
Always whisper rolls. 4.
Of course I would roll low on this initiative.
You've got that pistol pointed at him already. That's so weird.
If only you had advantage, Matt.
Yeah, I actually feel like it's like, you know, it's kind of like...
He did cast...
What?
He did cast fear on you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
So I'm
true.
just sort of like hesitating, I would assume.
That's a good point.
Sending. Right. So, first up,
He also rolled low.
he did also roll pretty low. His former lover.
Who?
What? Threw him off. Apparently. Okay, so taking this theme off. Battle music. What do I got? Not that one.
I recognize this.
Are you looking at the name?
No, it's Cynthia, the music when you're talking to her in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Yep.
This is the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate version, right?
I don't think it is. I think it's a remix I just found on YouTube, but I liked it. I thought it made good battle music. All right. So first up, one of the guards he has with him springs into action. I imagine she's behind you and like notices you pull a gun. Damien, you said you were like turning to like try to guard the door, and this lady kind of like turns around and meets you in the face with a pistol. She 20 to hit.
Hits.
Not in the face, not actually.
I was like, so is he dead?
Like, kind of like you turn to like look at the door, and she's already got the gun pointed at you, like, and you take 8 piercing.
Alrighty.
All right. And then she's gonna like kind of step back a little bit and try to like try to block the door, but prevent you guys from getting out.
Tabaxi aren't purple in this world. That is non-canon.
Great.
They're brown.
this tabaxi isn't purple. Maybe some are. Specifically, at least one. Next up, one of the gnolls starts taking a swipe. Who else would be in the back? Like, you guys didn't give me a marching order going in, but I imagine it's something like this kind of setup with the gnolls all behind. The two guards here, Damien, and then Fletcher's up here. Oh, I didn't hit Luke.
I mean, that seems fine to me.
Alright, so one of the gnolls, which one is going to also like run up and try to, or pulls out a longbow and takes a shot at Bungus. The first one it sees, 7 to hit. Assume that misses, right?
Muted. Yes, it misses. Sorry,
Right.
I didn't
Right.
see I was muted. Yes, miss.
And that's going to be its turn. Right. Damien, you're up.
Damien, he has to run.
You just can't move closer to the target you're afraid of.
Can I still attack, or do I have to dash? Do I have to dash?
No,
if we're stuck in a room.
No, you can't. Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and you can't move closer to it.
Fair. Disadvantage on attack rolls while he's in line of sight. Okay, that makes this easier.
Wait,
I'm going.
Faced away, does it count or no?
Yeah, while he's within line of sight, if you can still see him, he is.
Like if I could turn around and see him, yeah.
Yeah, you
Gotcha.
are still afraid.
Gotcha.
Okay. Know that I am no match for this man, and I leave it to Dyror, and I book it to fight these two gnolls at the back. Wait, no. Here. Yes. I want to swing at this one. You said that's with disadvantage?
Yeah.
No, it would only be disadvantage to hit Camden, I'm pretty sure.
Disadvantage while in line of sight is what it says.
Okay, so disadvantage while in line of sight then. Yeah.
Until the fear is broken.
Okay, so...
Yep.
So you guys are basically in kind of a church amphitheater kind of place, and you had just walked down a straight path. There's pretty much a straight shot to the door, but there were multiple doors. You see some like up this way and out this way, and then there are like benches and chairs, or there are like benches, like makeshift little benches and stuff all over the place.
Okay.
Just gonna do some more theater of the mind.
Yeah. I want to swing at the null first.
Right, you hit the null first. You try to hit the null first. Have you rolled a hit yet?
Not yet. Can we take my 20 initiative? No. I'll be a 14 to hit.
On the null. That's gonna be a miss.
All right. I bonus action to use my sword like a shield.
All right. So you raise your armor class by 2.
Actually, can I? How big is my sword? Like, can I swing it to act as a barrier between me and
You've seen what the sword
Camden.
looks like. I think you should have a pretty good understanding of how big it is. It's pretty.
Well, I understand it's big. I'm just saying, can I like use it to obscure my vision of Camden.
Oh, that's a good point. You probably could kind of like put it up and get like you're pretty far away from him. You could probably get him out of your sight within reason.
Would I be able to make a wisdom save?
All right.
You said I can?
I need to read that spell again.
Yeah.
I think you have to use a ticket as an action, but I'm not sure.
That's fair.
I might have read it wrong.
No, that would make sense.
No, you don't have to take it as an action. You just can do it. So yeah, you can make your wisdom save.
It's at the end of your turn.
Fail this. 20.
You succeed.
And that'll be my turn.
Right. All right, Bungus, you're up.
I hear you.
No, you're good.
All right, since I cannot go towards Fletcher, I'm just gonna run up.
Getting a bit repetitive.
Going to. I still haven't figured how to do this.
Here.
+1. Attack.
This makes this too.
I'll do 1, and then I'm gonna do flurry of blows.
And you're doing it to the girl?
Yes, I have disadvantage on all of these, so I'll roll again. Sorry.
Right.
Bam. So that's 9 to hit on the first one.
And 14 to hit on the second one.
8 and 6. Sorry. So yeah, it's
Oh, right.
yeah. Those are my actual attacks.
So you did.
No, I did.
9, 8, and 6.
Well, you rolled unarmed strike, flurry of blows, unarmed strike,
Yeah,
flurry of
so
blows.
I have disadvantage. I
Right,
didn't realize.
Okay. I see the pairing now. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I see the pairing now.
Yes.
Okay, so 9, 8, 6, all miss.
Well, that's that. I don't. I'm gonna disengage.
All right.
And kind of.
I can't believe those were the results from 1d20 plus 4.
Yeah, I mean that's rough.
Disadvantage.
Rough.
No, but like,
He has to roll twice and take the lower.
yeah, but he rolled
Oh, yeah.
A5, A4, and
I
A2.
can stay there. That's the end of my turn. I can't go anywhere. We're
God, Roll20 really hates you, Taylor.
yeah.
Alright. It is Dairo's turn. You're kind of off to the side. You would kind of be like in the area where like the like seating starts.
Okay.
But you're not
All
feared.
right. Well,
You're not afraid.
seeing that
You're not
fighting's kind of broken out, and I know that Atlas and this Cambion person have some kind of not so good history. I'm going to draw my glaive, and I guess just charge at Cambion with Atlas's request in mind that Cambion be left to him. But I just want to bruise him up a bit for you. I'm going to attack my glaive.
Alright.
Sorry. Here we go. 24? I assume that hits. Yeah, 24 to hit.
On who?
On Cambion.
Camden. Yeah. Fletcher Camden.
Sorry.
It's like Camden crossed with Ambien.
Right, yeah.
What? I guarantee that hits, but I'm gonna get this armor class again. Yeah, it hits.
And I would like to Divine Smite. Does he happen to be an undead or fiend?
Oh no. He's something else.
So he's not either of those.
Yeah.
All right, so Divine Smite does not get buffed, so an extra 2d8 of radiant damage.
Hmm.
Come on, 16s.
8. Exactly average.
So
So that'd be
you
a
do.
total of 17 damage.
Right. Sorry, I'm still setting up my
Fine.
health bars on all my tokens. So Camden's health bar is. Right, and you said he took how much?
17 damage total.
All right.
And that'll be
He's-
my turn.
Looking annoyed at that, and as a at the end of your turn, as a legendary action,
Oh god.
Camden kind of snaps his fingers, and he is going to move. His token is too big. He is going to kind of disappear and reappear over here.
Say, stand and fight me, coward.
Where's my turn? Oh no, did I close it? Oh, right. That's your turn. Perlin, you're up.
Toxic?
Yeah.
Have we heard this before?
Yeah.
You
Sounds
have,
really
yeah.
familiar. Okay.
It's like our first battle, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it was like the first fight, yeah.
It's like, this sounds really familiar.
It's also from Promising Young Woman.
What is
I don't know
that?
if I saw. I don't know if
It's a
I've seen
movie.
Oh.
Dogs need to go OUT. I'll be right back.
Very good.
So because I'm frightened, I can't really approach any of these guys, I guess. Because I'd be running.
And you have to take an action to run you have to use your action to run a. It said. I'm reading the fear spell that he used, not the frighten.
Okay, alright. Well, yeah, that's different.
Yeah. So it specifically says they become frightened for the duration, and I don't know if
That's a
that
condition. The condition just means you have disadvantage
Yeah.
and you can't move
Okay,
closer.
so while frightened by this spell, a creature must take the dash action and move away from you by
Oh,
the safest
shit.
available route.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I thought I said that. I just
when I
didn't
hit
catch
him,
that I wasn't enforcing.
does he need to make a concentration save? I don't know if that spells concentration.
It has to be.
It might
it?
be.
Master attack opponent's duration, concentration. He does.
If it is, he just needs to beat a 10 con save.
Yeah.
No, it's half the damage. So, yeah, that's 10.
It's,
Which
it's,
is-
yeah,
ha-
it's 10. Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, you did over 20 points, but no, you were close.
He succeeds.
Okay.
So does that mean no one other than Dyror and Atlas are able to attack right now?
I can't
Attack.
either.
I think I
Right.
was the only one that succeeded that save.
I
Yeah.
think I broke it though.
Oh, you broke it?
He did break it.
Okay.
How did Bungus do a slurry of blows then?
Because I forgot to rule shark him on it,
Okay.
and we're gonna let it slide. He didn't even hit anyway. It's whatever.
Right.
He was too scared. He was
so
just like,
afraid.
Dash of blows.
So is Dash going to provoke an opportunity attack?
It would, yeah.
Okay. But I have to do it.
Yep.
Well, you have to move away from him. So oh yeah, you probably opportunity attack from him. Yeah.
So how do I do a dash?
It's just that's your action for the turn. You can't like cast a spell or attack.
How far does
Basically, move
that
double
take
your
me?
movement.
It doubles your movement.
Yeah, just doubles your movement speed. I think yours should be. You're what, a elf or half elf?
I have to run over here.
He's an elf. I
So
think
the
he has 60
third-
movement speed
yeah.
now.
Yeah, but I don't think I can. I'm running towards the back of the room, right? So I can't move that far.
yeah, just run and.
There would be like chairs and stuff around you. You could probably try to hide behind.
Okay. I'll hide behind his desk or something.
Right. Oh.
So- Attack me.
I want to like make you roll to see if you can successfully hide, but it's like I'm basically rolling to see if you can roll another thing, and I don't want to be like.
Well, I assume he had a throne, right?
Yeah, he had like a throne
behind
up
the
there.
throne.
Yeah, you
Cower
could try to
behind
hide
the throne.
Yeah, you could try to like cower behind the throne.
Do your opportunity attack.
Oh, right. What does he have? He kind of like draws his rapier and like swipes up at you as you leave. 12 to hit.
Nope.
Right. You manage to like duck out of the way like as he draws up. His like teleport seems to just kind of like startled you, and you manage to get away. You can roll a wisdom saving throw now that you're cowering behind the. See if you can break the spell. You succeed. You've like come to your senses.
Nice.
Very nice, very nice.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. The other guard is up. The non-tabaxi guard is up. She's also going to draw her rapier and swipe at Bungus with a something to hit. 14.
It hits.
All right. And you're going to take 6 piercing.
Owie.
Not too bad.
All right. That's going to be her turn, and now it is Fletcher's turn. Fletcher. Fletcher is going to point at Roar.
Don't
And
you point
say-
at me?
Let's see what that thing can really do. And he's going to cast Incite Violence.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Charisma saving throw.
Roll a Wisdom save.
Wisdom
Charisma
save.
save.
Charisma
Well,
save.
I'm actually proficient in charisma saves.
Nice.
Right?
You don't make charisma saves that often.
Oh,
Ooh.
24.
Ooh, you got it. You can choose to fail.
No, I'm just gonna be it.
You sure?
Well, it would make him be able to attack whoever he wanted me to.
No, it would make you attack somebody within 5 feet of you.
And these are two prime.
Do I get it? Wait, do I get
ones
to
to
choose?
attack?
No, you don't. It's if you are incite, basically it fills your mind with rage.
And then
And
whoever
you
casts it
attack.
on me gets to decide.
No, you just attack whoever's closest to you. They
Oh.
roll a d6 or whatever to decide who is
Yeah.
closest to you.
Well, if
You
I
flip
was
a coin.
one square to the left, I would attack him, but
yeah.
You sure
Well,
you don't want to stab your friends in the back?
I mean, but it would also be an equal chance that
Not
you hit
again,
me.
not again,
So
Daniel.
you know.
in response to what he said, I'll be like, "Oh, I'll show you exactly what this can do," and I'll stick my tongue out at him.
He's kind of like excited. He's kind of like giggling at that, and then he
Nosebleeds.
like turns to his tabaxi guard, and he says, "Let's finish this up quick, shall we?" And that's his turn.
you'd like that, wouldn't you?
What's this chalice?
She's inspired.
Oh, fair.
All right, that's his turn. It's now the Knoll's turn, and the Knoll is going. Which one is that? The Knoll is going to also kind of like swipe at. It's going to grab a spear that it was on its back, and it's going to swipe at the guy standing in front of it. Damien with a 19 to hit.
Just hits.
Okay. It does 3 piercing.
Alrighty.
Right? And that is its turn. Atlas, you're up.
Alright. Even though I've got the gun pointed at him, it's like sort of shaking in my hand. And I guess I will move as far away as I can. I'm assuming sort of the edge of the building is somewhere over here.
Over where? Yeah. So I imagine like his throne was right here, so there's like a bit of like a stage built up here. So you'd be like running on like slightly around the stage.
Okay, so sort of run around the stage, trying to get away from as much as possible, and I will just scream out, "Die roll, strike!" Oh, actually, no, without an accent, just die roll, hit him.
What was that? I'm sorry, you cut out.
Oh, I was just gonna say, die roar, hit him. I'm gonna inspire
If
you.
you say so.
All right.
I'm inspired
Also
to hit
incites
something.
violence and
All right, and then he also incites violence on
I
Tyrone.
just swing and hit Perlin.
You're just like
Just like you did.
destroy Perlin.
You didn't specify who.
All right.
Do I get to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, you're far enough away to make a wisdom save now.
Too scared.
Oh no! Okay. Too scared? Very scared, yeah. Okay, so
Then it's my turn.
the green line is kind of like the hall out. And then you've got like benches, right?
What is the red line?
That's like the stage over here.
Oh, okay.
And so you're gonna be more like right there.
Alright.
And then there's like a wall. Alright, yeah, and then we got like a magenta for the wall. Ooh, look at that. Look, mommy, I made a drawing. Alright. I closed the fucking thing again. Stop doing that. Alright. It is now my girl's turn, and she is going to... You guys can see this, like all the lines, right?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, the green
Okay.
and the red ones.
Oh, you can't see the magenta one. Okay, whatever. Alright, she's going to like turn back at Damien. Actually, she's gonna like curve around over here on Damien, and she's going to swipe with her rapier and roll a 3.
Damien?
Yeah, 3 to hit Damien.
Check my AC. That misses. Oh, but she's inspired. You can roll that inspiration dice.
I was choosing not to.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Nice try.
You might hit. The DM hasn't said she misses yet.
All right. Next up is the other Knoll, who's going to kind of run. What's their speed? 35, 10. All right, so it's going to move like this, kind of like run around this bench, and then kind of like try to jump off this bench onto this other bench. So it like runs around this bench and then jumps up and stands on top of this bench, and takes another longbow shot at Atlas. 14 to
Alright.
hit.
14 hits.
2 piercing.
Okie dokie.
All right, Damien, you're up.
-5 to hit with the rectangle. I'm going to swing at the Knoll.
All right, you can swing at the Knoll.
15.
15 to hit. 15 just hits.
Yes.
Right.
That'll be 16 slashing damage.
All right. This Knoll looks pretty worse for the wear now. Come on. That seemed to take a lot out of it. It's pretty knocked back, like taken back from that. As you like from your earlier miss, the sword was on the ground, and you like took a hit from it, and you just like uppercut it with the sword as you're bringing it back up.
Nice. Do I hit it in the null pussy?
What?
Sorry, let me recap for you. I hit it for 16 damage, and I said that I hit it in the null pussy.
It's the sheenest, if you remember correctly.
I came back to null pussy. I wasn't sure what happened.
All right.
Wait, what?
We're out of combat. We're in diplomatic relations. So I want to bonus action do the shield with my sword thing.
All right. Your armor class is up 2.
Yep.
Like how if you had an armor class of 1, that last thing would have still missed you. All right, Bungus, you're up. I think you are still afraid, so you have to dash away.
Oh wait, I have to dash.
You have to dash away from.
You misread the ruling.
Yeah, I didn't read. Like I read the spell out loud at first, and then everybody read the fear description, and I just assumed they were right, or the frightened description. Yeah. So, and she's gonna take her opportunity attack with a 7 to hit.
Does that hit?
A 7 does not hit. Do not act like that.
It doesn't hit. I'm shaking my head.
Okay, yeah, all right. So she's gonna like kind of swipe at you as you're running away and scream, "Coward!"
Can't. I guess that's my turn.
Are you hidden behind anything?
Wisdom saving throw?
Yeah,
Could you wisdom saving throw?
I guess I'm gonna fucking duck behind.
I'll let you. I'll let you. Yeah, I'll let you make the wisdom saving throw. There's like a bit of a like back to the bench to kind of like block your line of sight from, and the bench is probably about as tall as you are, Mr. Dwarf.
Ask. Am I tall enough to just kind of?
You guys should see the magenta line now, right?
I do.
Yeah, that's the wall. Gotta love my amphitheater that I have made. It's so beautiful. You like the map? I made it myself. Took me hours.
I love it.
It's my first time. Please be gentle.
Alright, so that was Bungus's turn. Dyror.
Does a 14?
Did Bungus make a save?
Does a 14 save? No.
Damn.
Don't worry. I'll break his concentration.
Okay.
Alright. This is my plan. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Thunder Smite on my glaive.
Okay.
I'm going to take my glaive and charge toward. Actually, I'm going to stand at the edge of the at the stage since I've reach. Give him the people's elbow. I'm going to use my great weapon fighting. What's it called?
Polar Master?
Damn it, I could have rerolled my 2.
That's the wrong thing. That's another feat I have. This. No, wait, fuck. I'm sorry, I thought I had something else. A different character. I'm just gonna attack him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay. My god, I should have used that thing to get advantage on this.
Is that 13?
Yeah. But I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration on that.
Okay.
What is it, a D8?
D6.
D6?
D6.
Right.
Titties.
Oh.
Do you have Great Weapon Fighter?
I have Great Weapon Fighting,
never-
but that's only for damage die. Or damage
Damn it,
rolls.
I was hoping you'd reuse it there, but yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, I mean, you can make a bonus action.
I already used my bonus action to cast Thunder Smite.
Yeah.
Never mind. That's my turn.
You kind of like rear back with all of this force in your glaive, and you stab it right at the ground, and as you do, Fletcher just kind of like hops up a little bit.
That was the warning shot.
Blade comes above, or it comes just below his feet. Perlin, you're up. I think you're also no longer frightened.
Correct.
I think that just leaves Bungus, right? Bungus and Atlas, right?
Alright, feeling a little less fearful, I'm gonna poke out from behind the chair. I'm not really sure how injured Camden is. And I know Atlas wanted to get the last hit on him, so I'm gonna attack someone else instead. I'm gonna do chill touch on the titty cat.
Okay. Trying to think of a way to make titty and kitty into one word. It sounds like you can't.
I mean, titty
Sure
cat
you
is
can.
kind of like
Titty.
all one word anyway.
Kitty or kitty.
Or you, yeah.
Titty.
It really works both ways.
To kitty.
It's a kitty. I'll find that die later. Alright, what'd you roll to hit? 21? 21 will hit. What does she take? And did she have anything special? 2 necrotic?
Yeah, 2 necrotic.
She's disadvantaged on something, right?
What?
Let me see. Only if she's undead.
Oh.
Hmm.
Alright, never mind that.
That's a lot of stuff for undead. Maybe we should give you more undead enemies.
She cannot regain hit points on her next turn. I don't know she was going to do that.
She might have.
Well, now she can. That's good.
Alright. That it?
Yep.
Right, it's the little elf that could. She is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Gonna rush over here and take a swipe with her rapier. 10 to hit Atlas.
Does not hit.
Alright. That's her turn. It is now Fletcher's turn. Who didn't use his legendary action that turn, but whatever. Fletcher is going to look at Die Roller, and he's gonna say, "You miss me, you big old scaly teddy bear." I couldn't think of an insult.
I'm just like, well, I won't miss the next time. I don't know.
He's gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
All right, it's a wisdom save, I believe.
Yeah, wisdom save. You succeed, so then you take half damage on it, right?
I think you take no damage. I
No
could be
damage
wrong
on
though.
Vicious Mockery.
You take no damage.
Yeah, you take no damage, right? All right. He failed his Vicious Mockery. And then he's going to take another step, or kind of take a step back, and say, "And don't worry, you're doing pretty good, girl." To this null and inspire her. Great. And that's his turn. And now it's the Knoll's turn, and the Knoll is going to try to bite Damien. 6 to hit.
6 misses.
Yeah, shocker. And now it is Atlas's turn.
Okay, I'm still afraid, so I have to move away. I'll move, like, here.
Incurring opportunity attacks.
Yeah.
10 to hit.
Does not hit. I'm not sure how much further this room goes. But I have to take my full dash action, so...
Okay. It goes a little bit further out this way.
Alright, so I'll move down to here. And then I will yell out at Perlin.
And 6 to hit.
Does not hit either.
Yeah.
Alright, I will yell out to Perlin and say... Perlin, please! Hit him! And I'll expend another Bardic Inspiration.
Does that give me advantage?
No, it gives you... You can add a d6 to your attack roll.
Cool. Do I decide before the roll or after?
After you roll, before he tells you if it hits or not.
Okay.
That's all I can do, since I am using my action to dash. So.
Alright. I'll say you have kind of a bench in your way, and he's like away enough. You can roll your wisdom save. Alright, you are no longer scared.
Awesome.
Yay.
It's now the cat's turn, who's going to go ahead and swipe at you with her rapier. Again, 16 to hit.
Misses.
Really?
Yes.
Clanks. She like clanks
Just
on
hits the sword.
rectangle, and it just kind of bounces off and almost stuns her a bit. Right? It is now the Knoll over here's turn, who's gonna, having just missed Atlas, take a longbow shot at you. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Or Atlas.
Oh.
19 hits.
Yeah. And you're gonna take 3 piercing.
Alright.
Right. Damien, you're up.
Swing normal at the Knoll.
The Knoll? Alright.
Swing normal instead of the -5.
Alright.
That'll be a 25 to hit.
Yep.
That'll be 11 slashing damage.
Should have done it.
Directly to the clit.
My God. You heard the man.
Alright.
Straight to the clit.
You kind of like... So you were holding up your sword's got kind of a handle on the face of it, and you were kind of holding it up against, like, to the Tabaxi woman, and she smacks, like, into your sword, and you carry the momentum that she just gave you down, bringing the sword down, severing this Knoll Sheenus, and killing her.
Oh my God.
Oh, fucking, like, spraying blood out the Sheenus.
Jesus Christ, Damien.
The bloodlust from the momentum from the swing, I carry it through and make a second attack using my Great Weapon Master. When I fell a foe, I get to make a second attack with my bonus action.
Right.
And I want to swing at the female Tabaxi in front of me.
Alright.
With a -5 to hit.
Alright.
16.
Just hits.
I aim for the clit.
Oh,
21 damage.
Oh wow. Okay. Very consistent.
Oh,
Damien.
you just wrecked her bussy. Alright.
She's a messy pussy now.
Oh my goodness.
Alright.
Now we're gonna knock out the dividing wall here.
All right. She's looking pissed.
Who wouldn't be?
Is that your turn?
Can I do anything else? That's my turn.
All right, Bungus. I think you're also no longer frightened. No, you failed your save, didn't you?
A pussy.
Yep.
Damn.
I'm gonna
Right.
dash. I'm gonna
Make
dash
you save?
kinda this way.
Great.
And fuck it. I guess I have to move.
Great. You fail.
It's my turn.
Great. At the end of your turn,
I'm trying to
Camden-
break his concentration for you.
At the end of your turn, Camden is going to again snap his fingers. And he's going to reappear right over here.
Damn you, Camden.
Right. That it? Dyror's turn.
All right. Well, luckily, I'm gonna chase after Camden. Can only make it here, but I got reach.
Great.
With my glaive.
Had I counted, I would have put him one more space away.
I'm still concentrating on my Thunderous Smite, so that's active still.
Okay.
Don't want me to have a turn.
And I'm gonna fucking. Actually, as a bonus action, I'm gonna use my Soldier's Token
Okay.
to
You give
cast
yourself
a
advantage?
True
Okay.
Strike to give me advantage on this,
Right.
and I'm on a swing.
15 to hit.
God damn it! I don't think that hits.
Nope.
All right.
You're swiping at him, and he's just kind of like throwing his hands up, and like you're like going right under his arm, and he's just like, "Listen to me."
Like, God damn it! Stand still. That's my turn.
All right. Erlen, you're up.
Alright, I have some long range spells, so I think I could fire this far. Is it a problem that there's like 3 people in my line of sight blocking it?
So, I was gonna say yes, there is a problem that there are 3 people in your line of sight, but you're actually standing on a bit of like a raised platform because you're still on the stage. So no, it's not a problem for you.
Alright, thinking back to what Atlas yelled out, I'll kind of peer over this woman. How high is this stage?
Probably about 2 feet up.
So, does she still get an opportunity attack on me if I back up this way?
She would, but I'll say you have like quarter. Is quarter cover a thing, or is it just half and 3/4?
It's half and 3/4. Rules.
I'll do quarter cover.
It's up to you.
Or like half, not 3/4.
What does that
half
mean?
of it?
Half
It
cover
means
gives you +2 to your armor class.
+2 to your AC. Yeah.
I mean, you could say it's quarter cover and give him only +1. If you...
Yeah, it's
Well, yeah. I'll give you +1 to your AC because you're on a raised part.
Okay. Honestly, I won't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll just attack from here. Let me look real quick. What's the range on this? Oh, never mind. I don't want to do that one. Guess I'll do magic missile.
Right.
Don't even have to hit.
All right. Where are you sending them?
They're all going to Camden.
All right. So he's gonna take 9.
That's
As he's
3
like kind of giggling about you missing him, you pull your glaive back, and 3 missiles follow the same path that it just came and smack him right in the chest.
That's sick. You just make 3 concentration saves.
I was gonna say.
Oh shit!
Yeah, magic missile is honestly like the best
Yeah.
thing you could have hit him with.
I'll have to beat a 10 for each one.
10. Great. Failed 2 of them. So yeah.
You're not feared anymore, Bunkus.
Or Atlas.
All right.
I just saved, yeah.
Wait, it broke.
What he did.
I think, yeah,
Right.
the fear's broken.
Cool.
It's our lady's turn, and she's going to swipe at Perlin with a 13 to hit.
My
And
AC
you-
is 13.
You have a +1 to it though.
Oh, perfect.
All right, so she's gonna swipe at you, but it looks like a perfect strike, but just the tip of her blade hits the base of the stage and kind of throws her off trajectory.
Would she have won if it was a tie?
Yeah, she would have won.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Right. That's her turn. It is now Fletcher's turn. Fletcher. Okay. What do you have? Right. Fletcher's going to take. You have reach, so you'd incur opportunity attack.
Correct.
Alright. He is going to take a bonus action and snap his fingers and reappear right here. You can't. And then he's going to cast Incite Violence on Dyror.
Oh god.
Okay. Make a
Who am I
charisma
attacking?
save.
Only person you can attack.
Wait, I'm good
No,
at these.
there's 2.
No.
Charisma save. Charisma save.
I'm good at these.
Charisma save. Did I
Fuck.
say Constitution again?
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's 2.
I assume I fail.
Yeah, you fail that.
Oh, jeez, who am I hitting? Oh my god, dude.
Right, so I'm rolling this one.
Alright.
1 and 2 is the knoll. 3 and 4 is the thing. I rolled a 4, and I'm not lying.
So that's me.
I will.
Wait, who am I hitting?
Me.
I'm hitting Atlas,
And I'm concentrating on Thunder Smite, so...
Yeah. Well,
And-
yep.
you deal an additional D8.
Oh my god.
Hope you don't crit.
Alright, well, let's see it. Close.
19 hits.
13. Yep.
Alright, so that's gonna be... Holy Christ. That's max damage, plus a d8,
Plus a D8.
plus my Thunder Smite, which is 2d6. Maybe not
Don't
2d6.
kill him! Oh my god, did you kill him?
It's 2d6.
I think I'm unconscious.
I think you're dead.
No, I'm not dead. I'm just unconscious.
So that'd be what,
26.
26
I think he
total?
could have killed you though.
I mean, he would have had to roll like a lot.
Yeah.
If he had
Also-
crit, he would have killed me.
I need you to make a strength save.
I mean, I'm unconscious, so I'm pretty sure I automatically fail.
Okay,
So
well
it's
you're
just
not
launched
you're not
across
10
the
feet
room.
away from me, as well.
That's probably good, honestly.
Lucky you didn't hit the wall. Take an additional 1d4
Just get overcome
damage.
with anger. I attack out. I'm just like, fuck. This is not gonna look good.
Yeah.
What is this a regular occurrence from you?
Alright, that's gonna be his turn. It's the Knoll who is dead.
I'll get you back up, Atlas.
Atlas, make your death save.
It's a fail.
Alright. This Knoll is up, and this Knoll is going to take a step forward and make a spear attack at you, whoever, 15.
Dagor.
15 will not hit.
Alright. That's its turn. Damien.
Damien's going to swing at Lady
Wait,
Cat.
wait a second. Wait a second. Lady Cat never went. She's not in the turn order.
No. She went.
Hold on, no. No, where the fuck did Lady Cat go? Ah, god damn it.
She's before me, though.
Alright.
She had a 20.
Yeah.
That's true.
Let me just re-roll for her and give her a 20, and I'll give her this next move. Alright, yeah, the fuck.
No, she can go before me, because I'm going to kill her this round. Good night, Lady Cat. I'll probably kill you in the morning.
He said that every night.
What's going on?
No. Okay.
Why can't I click Lady Cat?
Did you change the layer she's on by accident?
Is she in the map layer? Oh my god, how did you end up in the map layer?
I do that all the time by accident.
Objects and tokens. There she is, right there. Okay. She would have actually just gone before the null, so I'm going to give her her turn now. And she is going to take her rapier attack. Okay, with a 19 to hit on Damien.
Do hit.
Alright. She, in response, like, rips her sword across you and hits you right in the dick.
I was about to say she should go for the dick.
Just gonna start swinging at each other's genitals.
5 piercing, because it's not very big.
Let's see. Alrighty.
Bro, she's gonna give him a Prince Albert.
Alright, and now it's Damien's turn.
Daryl, I need to lay on hands here. Nothing sexual.
As you see Dyra looking over the smoldering corpse of Atlas, gonna put a pin in
It's
that
just
for now.
right here. Just as one spot.
Why are you pointing at your dick?
Long story. I've been swinging at clips the whole time.
What?
I said I've been rolling clips.
I'll see what I can do.
You didn't swing that way.
I swing at them, just not with them. I want to swing at her normal.
Okay.
You said she was, like, bloodied, right? Okay, I'm gonna swing at her -5. Sorry,
Okay,
misinterpreted. -5, yeah.
Okay. Nope.
Did I say I had advantage? That'll be a miss. I actually want to action surge.
Alright, that's good.
I'll swing again, -5.
Okay.
That'll be a 17 to hit.
Hit.
Oh, you're gonna bonker.
I'm gonna cut your tits off with a knife, you bitch!
24.
You do 24. Alright. How do you do this?
As she's like slicing my dick, I'm like coming around with another attack, and I like literally just like bisect her, like
Ooh.
directly across the middle, just like 2 halves of tabaxi.
Ooh.
Damn.
Alright. Fungus, you're up.
Oh, well, I get to
Sorry.
do another.
You do, but are you in... Do you have... I guess you
I
have...
don't.
movement.
I can move. I'm allowed to
Okay.
move.
Okay. I didn't know if you were allowed... That was like an immediate thing, or you're allowed to do things typically.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that says I can't.
Okay. Then go for it.
Yeah, nothing says I can't. I move here and engage the. Is she a tabaxi or just like a person? Elf?
She's an elf.
Elf. You said she was an elf. Yeah. I swing at her at a -5.
Alright.
That's a 4.
Hit! No. Alright. Oh, you missed.
That ain't gonna cut it.
That's my turn.
She just looks at you, like lean back and like her groin comes back as you are very plainly aiming for the consistency. Like, whoa, the fuck? And then she just looks at you like, the fuck? Because she did not see what just happened over there. All right, Pungus, you're up.
Woo! I can do something. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna fucking punch him.
All right.
Let's go.
And I'm gonna do flurry of blows real quick.
Nice.
Four. All of them get +1 because of my hand reps. Does a 14 hit?
14 misses. Everything else hits.
Damn. +1 on damage.
Keep punch.
+1 on damage.
Okay, so
6, 5, 11 damage.
All right.
So what? I moved. That was 15. I can take the disengage action.
Right.
Oh, does he? Wait. He has. Is it concentration?
No, his concentration's already been broken.
Wait, is that just? Does he not have to concentrate on the thing for him in rage?
No, that was just like an attack spell, like a one.
I think it's like a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Right,
There's no like continued effect from it.
Then I'm gonna run back with them. Run up, just fucking gah. Like give him the good old 1-2.
All right. He just after that he kind of like holds his gut after he like really got him. He's like, what the fuck just hit me? What the fuck? Alright, you're up.
Alright, I'm just like, shit. Hoping nobody saw me absolutely fucking destroy Atlas.
I saw it, don't worry.
So I run over, I'm gonna risk the opportunity attack.
Alright. I have been rolling like shit on the opportunity attacks. 22 though.
That will hit, yeah.
He like gets you in the he like gets you in the back with the bit, like grazes you with his spear, 5 piercing.
Alright. Be patient.
Only.
Be patient, I'll come for you next. Alright. I'm gonna walk up to Atlas and I'll use 10 points of lay on hands to heal him.
Alright. Heal him to 10?
Yeah. And whenever you wake up, Atlas, I'm just like, I'm so sorry.
I know it wasn't your duar.
I was under the effects of a spell.
You're
I
muted,
promised you
Jesse.
that was not intentional.
I know it wasn't you, Dyror.
Okay, good.
Alright, that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, Herlin?
I haven't used Shock and Grasp in a while. Can I lean over the stage and grasp the woman down here, or would I need to jump down?
Yeah.
Shock and Grasp
so you
is
can do that.
ranged too, right? Oh wait,
What
no.
is it?
No, Shock and Grasp is touch. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, Shocking Grass is touch.
I was thinking
is
chill
range.
touch. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
Which
the
is
names
weird.
are not that helpful, unfortunately. But would it make more sense for me to bend down and try to grab her, or is that going to give me disadvantage or something?
I don't think he'd be bending down. So like you're only 2 feet in the air, so she'd probably be around here at you. So you'd probably be able
Okay. Grab her in the face. Nice.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. Oh.
You could add a d6 if you would like to.
I think I'll save it.
Okay. I was giving her -2 to the armor class to hit on that though.
Oh.
But, yeah. D6 would have had to been pretty good to save you on that though. Right. She kind of dodges your hand out of the as you come out of the way, and then she's going to use her rapier again to try swing at.
It's her turn now.
Yeah, it's her turn. She would swing at Damien. She would swing at the guy that hit her last, I guess. No, I don't know. Damien.
All
Dice.
she saw was me
Dice.
like reaching for her, and she's probably like, "What a bird."
Even as Damien awes Perlin, it was an 8, so Damien. Right? She's swinging at Damien with a 12 to hit.
It's a miss.
Obviously. You got someone else, don't you? No, I can't use that right now. Right? Fletcher's turn. Fletcher is gonna say, you know, this was fun, but I really don't have time for the rest of this. And he snaps his fingers, and he doesn't reappear.
I knew he was a coward.
Got a good couple fucking punches off.
It's my turn.
Yep.
Okay, I would like to run 30 feet. I guess this way.
Okay.
I would like to, as I am running past with the loaded gun I already still have. It is loaded with a normal pistol shot, not the spread shot.
Right. Okay.
I will shoot at the knoll.
Alright, roll your hit.
14.
14 barely misses.
Okay, so I just sort of shoot off and miss.
Okay.
Minus that. And then I will use my bonus action to Misty Step. Oh, I can only move 30 feet. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna let Fletcher escape. So I'm gonna Misty Step over here.
All right.
That ends my turn.
That would go to me.
Mhm.
Did I notice that he left the room, or?
I'd say you might be a bit distracted with your sudden, interest in Clit.
I will say that I probably fired the knoll and just screamed Fletcher as I ran out and teleported.
I think the Tick Island was not worth it. I swing at the elf again.
Right? Go for it.
That's a 19.
Nice.
19 hits.
That'll be a 7.
Just a 7?
Mm-hmm. And I can't re-roll 3s.
No, it's fine. You kind of gaff her arm a little bit. Right?
I want to bonus action.
Wait a second. Hold on. Where are you going?
Because I go before a 10.
You do go before a 10. Why is the order so fucked up?
Is it not resorted?
There we go.
There. Now it's resorted.
I want to second wind, roll a d10 plus my fighter level to heal. That'll be 13.
Right? You heal for 13?
That'll be my turn.
Alright. Bungus, you're up.
Do we have any idea of where he went? Or none at all?
I think the assumption on my end as a player is that he Misty stepped out the door.
That way?
Or he teleported?
He could have teleported.
Or is he's invisible and he didn't move?
All possibilities. That's what I would do, honestly. Invisible.
Can I-
Pretend I teleported out of a fucking room.
The fuck
A
was that?
perception.
Sound like a
check,
cat?
bonus action?
Oh,
Like hissing?
Or will that be my action?
What'd you say?
Perception check. Just to like.
Quentin stepped away, so
Yeah.
Oh.
I think his cats are fighting.
I mean, typically, I think most of the time Quentin lets us like do skill checks as like a free action almost.
True. It usually is.
The
I
cat
might
in trouble.
trying to kill each other.
So I have like 5 minutes left, and I have to go pick up Megan. So.
Do we want to pause halfway through this session, or do you want us to run it on autopilot? How would you like to handle that, Quentin? Because it is getting late.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't look at the clock. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. If you guys want to pick it back up and finish off this battle, or if you want to autopilot it, just let me know. But yeah, I think this seems like a good place to call it.
I think so.
Yeah, we can.
Pausing it.
Yeah,
If you'd like, I can send you a message about how I can graphically describe how I sever clits. Pull like a real Robespierre thing, just like.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
This
Well,
is canon now.
And that's how he got his name. Fabian
The
Clit
pussy
Slayer.
The pussy slayer.
For all the wrong reasons.
For not what you
So
would think.
They
confused.
call him
Like they
Pussy Slayer.
assume.
He has not fucked a single woman.
Yeah, I have killed one Catwoman.
So it works in more ways than one.
It's a really high IQ joke. I mean,
Yeah.
you really have to have a high IQ to get it.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I will see you all next Wednesday. That's what today is.
Correct.
Yep. All right. See you guys next Wednesday.
Sounds good.
Deal. Cool session.